The following programs were originally aired live, long before the advent of high fidelity, and they were recorded using a variety of means, from direct recording onto early audio tape and glass records, to simply placing the microphone of a wire recorder in front of the speakers of a radio playing the program. I hope, however, that any variance in audio quality will not take away from your pleasure in listening to these, some of the all-time favorite shows.
The following program is brought to you in living color on NBC.
The Abbot and Costello program, brought to you by Camel, the cigarette that's first in the service according to actual sales records. See if your throat and your taste don't make Camel a first with you, too. Find out for yourself. Listen to the great rhythms of Freddie Rich and his orchestra, the swingy singing of Connie Haynes. And this being Thanksgiving Day, we recall this touching scene. As the good ship Mayflower landed at Plymouth Rock, the captain shouted to the Indian chief,
Costello, do you realize it's 7 o'clock? Where have you been?
Oh, Abbott, I just came from your house. And have I got news for you?
What is it?
Your cat just had chicken.
My cat had chicken.
Yep.
My cat had chicken.
Yep.
You mean kittens. Cats don't have chicken.
What was that you brought home in a paper bag last night?
Chickens.
Well, your cat just had them.
You mean that cat ate my chickens?
He swallowed the chickens, bag and all.
Why didn't you take them away from him?
You know me, Abbott. I ain't the type that would let the bag out of the cat.
Oh,
I read that wrong, huh?
Yes. Well, I've got plenty of other food around the house.
Well, by the way, Abbott.
What?
Seeing that this is Thanksgiving Day,
Yes?
I hate to think of you eating alone.
What do you mean?
What do you say to having Thanksgiving dinner with me?
Well, why, that's mighty fine of you, Costello.
Good.
At what time?
8 o'clock at your house.
Oh, no. You'll get no turkey at my house.
Then how about a little duck?
Duck?
Yeah, that's a chicken with snowshoes on.
Hey, look. I'm sorry, Costello. You can't come to my house for Thanksgiving. I'm having a dinner for the Snooty set.
Oh, the snooty set.
You heard me.
No, I'm not good enough to eat with pigs.
No. Will you listen to me, please?
I'm listening.
Tonight I'm entertaining a few of the 400.
A few of the 400?
Yes.
That's 800 altogether.
No, just the 400.
That's what I said.
That's what I said.
That's your line.
Yes.
Thank you.
Well,
just because they weigh a little more than me, that don't make them any better than I am.
No, look, talk sense, please. I couldn't have you at my house. This is going to be a very classy affair. Why, I have a little silver tray to brush the crumbs on.
Crumbs?
Mm-hmm. Certainly, don't you have crumbs at your table?
Sure, Abbott. You're welcome anytime.
No. There you go. You have absolutely no finesse.
No what?
I said you have no finesse.
What would I do with a furnace? In California, you don't need a furnace. If it gets cold, we turn on the gas heater.
All right, Costello. I didn't say...
Or the radiator.
I didn't say...
He's getting like boy,
All right, look, please.
Furnace.
All right. I didn't say furnace in the first place. I said finesse. Look.
You don't know what you're saying.
All right, you're getting me all mixed up here. Look, I'm trying to tell you. Listen to me, please. Your table manners are terrible. The last time you had dinner at my house, you did nothing but reach across the table and grab for the food.
Well, what was wrong with that?
What was wrong with that? You've got a tongue, haven't you?
Yeah, but I can reach further with my arm.
There you go again, Costello. You see, you know nothing at all about the proper way to eat. You have no etiquette.
I got no what?
You have no etiquette.
Etiquette?
Yes, you heard me.
You don't even know how to say the word. Etiquette.
Yeah.
You dope.
What do you mean?
You mean antiquity.
No. It's etiquette.
Well, etiquette and antiquity, it's the same thing
All right,
anyway.
so what?
Well, I'll go out and I'll buy one of them books on etiquette by Emily Pillar.
Emily Pillar?
Yeah.
That's Emily Post.
Okay, I'll read the both of them.
Both of them.
I'll go from pillar to post.
Well, you should read that book, Costello. It will tell you a lot of things. For instance, which is proper to use when eating peas, a fork or a spoon?
I don't use either one.
Well, how do you eat your peas?
Oh, I just slide my lower lip under the plate and bank the peas off the mashed potatoes.
Costello.
Sometimes the mashed potatoes goes in my ears.
Yes, I can imagine.
Sloppy, huh?
Yeah. Costello, you haven't got the brains of a 2-year-old child.
Oh, I wouldn't say that.
Why not?
Look at the difference in our ages.
The way you act, I could never have you at my table.
Look, Abbott, if you know so much about manners, just answer me this one thing.
What is it?
Which hand do you stir your coffee with?
I stir my coffee with my right hand.
That's funny. Most people use a spoon.
That's no laughing. Now, that settles it, Costello.
You got no etiquette.
Yeah, that settles everything. I was just about to break down and invite you for dinner. But now you had to be a smart aleck, didn't you?
Wait a minute, Abbott.
Yeah, you did.
Wait a minute.
Now,
You're my old pal.
I can't help it.
You can't do this to me.
Well, I did.
You gotta invite me to dinner on Thanksgiving. I ain't got no place to go.
I'm sorry.
You can't let your old friend starve. Look at me, Abbott. I only weigh 90 pounds now.
90 pounds? Why, you're 56 inches around the waist.
Yeah, but I'm hollow.
All right, look. All right. You can come to dinner, Costello. But you'll have to make yourself useful. Now, get there early and wait on the table.
Well, why should I wait on a table? Why can't I wait in Apollo with the rest of the people?
No, you dummy. I want
I
you
want to sit on your table
Listen,
waiting.
I want you to help with the serving. Now, the first course will be hors d'oeuvres. Of course, you know what hors d'oeuvres are.
Yeah, that's French for leftovers.
No. Costello, hors d'oeuvres are snacks. Now, you take care of the ladies first. It's up to you to see that each lady gets a snack.
Are their husbands going to be there?
Certainly.
Then I ain't going to do it.
What? Do what?
I ain't going to go around snacking the ladies. Their husbands are liable to come around and snack me.
On second thought, you'd better stay out in the kitchen and help with the oyster dressing.
Why, Abbott,
What's the matter?
what you said.
What's wrong?
You ought to be ashamed of yourself. Talking that way to a boy of my age.
What do you mean?
I'm just at the age of picking things up like
Well,
that.
what's
too.
wrong?
Why, it's a good thing my mother isn't here. Oh, the shame of it all.
What are you talking about?
How dare you ask me to help with the oyster dressing?
What do you mean?
Now, look, Abbott. I didn't mind when you said I had to wait for you on a table. And I was only mildly surprised when you asked me to snack all the ladies, especially in front of their husbands. But when you have the nerve to ask me to go out in the kitchen and dress a bunch of naked oysters, you not only humilify me, but you have impugned on my good name.
Tomorrow on the back cover of Life magazine, you'll see a very stirring set of pictures under the title Pair of Aces Back to Back. A Navy Dauntless dive bomber attacking a Japanese carrier. Notice, too, the pair of flyers, the pair of aces in the lower left-hand corner. And read the words they're saying. I quote, Camel's Our Cigarette. Suits the throat and the taste to a T. Unquote.
C-A-M-E-L-S.
Camels, they're aces with the aces. Could be with you, too. Here is Freddie Rich with Java Junction.
loves shortening, shortening. The mammy's little baby loves a shortening bread. The mammy's little baby loves shortening, the shortening.
Costello, you have to cut out that singing in the kitchen. You're disturbing the guests.
But Abbott, I always sing when I'm making sour milk biscuits.
Sour milk biscuits?
Sure.
We haven't got any sour milk.
You will have when I get through singing.
The mammy's little baby loves shortening, shortening.
All right,
Nelson Eddy better save his money.
all right, look. Cut that out. Look, what are you doing there? What's all that stuff you're putting in?
Tell me how to do it.
What did she
See,
say?
first I got to put in 2 tubs of butter.
2 tubs of butter.
Sure, it says right here in the cookbook. Butter, 2 TBS tubs.
That's tablespoons.
I threw them in too.
You threw... what else did you put in there?
I put in some flour, salt, baking powder, and 3 gullops of molasses.
3 gullops. What are gullops?
You know, Abbott, when you pour the molasses out of the jug, it goes gullup, gullup, gullup. I put in 3 of those.
Look, Costello, I don't want you to do any cooking. I've got a chef coming here to take care of that. I thought you'd be out here singeing the feathers off the goose.
Doing what?
Singeing. Don't you know how to singe?
Sure, I know how to singe. I was singeing when you came in.
A mammy's little baby loves shortening,
No.
I'm a good singer.
Yeah, no. Singeing gets the down off the goose. Didn't you ever get down off a goose?
No.
Did you read that right?
Yeah. Well, didn't you?
Did I ever what?
Didn't you ever get down off a goose?
No, I got down off a horse.
No.
I never rode a goose.
No.
Hey, that was
Wait a minute. Oh, thank goodness. Here comes the chef.
Cooking
Kitzel, don't tell me that you're the cook.
Could be, yes. You know something over in Paris? I am known as the famous French chef Pierre Rene.
You're the great Rene?
That I am, yes.
Then what are you doing in California?
Oh, I always come here in the Rene season.
The Rene season?
Yes.
This guy's a washout.
Never mind that, Costello. Look, we've got to get my Thanksgiving dinner cooked, please. Kitzel, you'll find all the utensils in that big cupboard over there.
Oh, pispas utensils. Who needs your utensils? I brought along my own pot.
That's the first pot I ever saw with a belt around it.
Costello, please, keep out of this. Kitzel, do you know anything about cooking game?
Do I know how to cook game? Why, I'm cooking the finest pinochle you ever tasted.
You cook pinochle?
Sure, pinochle and sauerkraut.
Oh.
Look, Kitzel, I don't want to get personal, but why don't you pull in your tongue? Nobody ordered cold cuts.
Ooh.
Look, never mind that, Costello. Kitzel, get busy, please, and get the dinner ready.
No. Just a second, my little man. Don't get excited. First, I got to open my little bag and get out my chisels and saws.
What chisels and saws?
Cream chisels and cranberry sauce.
You know, Kitzel, it's too bad you didn't bring your monkey wrench.
Well, for goodness sake, what would I be doing with a monkey wrench?
Well, you could tighten the nuts on a fruitcake.
Costello, please. Will you get busy and help Kitzel? I'm going into the living room and see if any of my guests have arrived yet. Sebastian! Shut off that radio! Shut it off! My Sebastian.
Well, I just come over to help you out, Uncle Bud, and I thought the guests would like some nice romantic music.
Romantic music?
Mhm.
Oh, that tiger isn't romantic music.
It is to another tiger.
All right. Now, look, Sebastian, if you're going to hang around here, you'll have to behave yourself. Now, this is going to be a very formal Thanksgiving dinner. The men will all wear tails.
Tails, who's coming? Mickey Mouse?
Now, will you please listen, Sebastian? It will be your job to usher the people into the dining room. I will sit at the head of the table. Ken Niles will sit on my right hand, and Connie Haynes will sit on my left hand.
Ken Niles is going to sit on your right hand?
That's right.
And Connie Haynes will sit on your left hand?
That's right.
How are you going to eat? With your feet?
No. Look, when you get all the people seated, you go to the kitchen. Then when I ring this little dinner bell, your brother will hand me the carving knife, and you give me the bird.
In front of everybody?
That'll do, Sebastian. Now go out in the kitchen and make some ice water. And I do hope you can make ice water.
Yeah, sure. You just peel an onion.
An onion?
Yeah, that'll make your eyes water.
Sebastian, ice water is frozen water.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Then what is frozen ink?
I stink.
You'll get no argument out of me, brother.
What?
Connie Haynes in a current revival of a great song, The Sunny Side of the Street.
Grab your coat and get your hat. Leave your worry on the doorstep. Just direct your feet to the sunny side of the street. Can't you hear a pitter-pat? And that happy tune is yourself. Life can be so sweet on the sunny side of the street. I used to walk in the shade with those blues on parade, but I'm not afraid. This rover crossed over. If I never have a cent, I'll be rich as Rockefeller. Gold dust at my feet on the sunny side of the street. I used to walk in the shade with those blues on parade, but I'm not afraid. This rover, yeah, I crossed over. If I never have a cent, I'll be rich as Rockefeller. Gold dust at my feet on the sunny side of the street.
You have read in the papers how people are smoking so much more and how cigarettes are being shipped to our fighting men overseas in huge quantities. And if your dealer occasionally should say, "Sorry, sir, we're out of Camels today," don't let that stop you from asking for Camels the very next time you're buying cigarettes. Remember that Camel's rich, full flavor and kind, cool mildness make Camels worth asking for again and again. Because war or peace, Camel is still Camel. And your T-zone, that's T for taste and T for throat, will confirm that statement.
C-A-M-E-L-S.
Camels, now as always, the cigarette of costlier tobaccos. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we take you to the home of Bud Abbott, where a formal Thanksgiving dinner is about to be served. Costello has been working in the kitchen all day like a dog, but he is now ready to face the guests. Let us look in on this dog face.
Costello, the guests are arriving. Open the door and announce them as they come in.
Announcing Mr. and Mrs. Ned Blank, Mr. and Mrs. Phil Krasner. Announcing Lord Pipsqueak, Knight of the Garter, Lord Beaverboard, Knight of the Bath, and Hetty Lamar.
Hetty Lamar isn't here.
I was thinking of another night.
Young man, how dare you leave me standing here? Kindly take my card and announce me.
Okay. Hillside, 2183. Ask for Hazel. If a man answers, hang up.
Oh.
Wrong card! Wrong card!
That isn't my card.
Sorry, I got that mixed up with one of my own.
Costello, what's your manners?
Okay.
This is Lady Jennifer Cookie Cutter.
That's right, old boy. My home, you know, is at Clendenning on the Tyne.
Glendinning on the Tyne? Then you must know my great Aunt Harriet. The old girl is bow-legged, you know.
Oh, from Clendenning on the Tyne?
No, from hitchhiking on oil trucks.
All right, that's enough, Costello. Take Lady Jennifer's coat and I'll escort her to the table.
Oh, by all means, the table. Oh, I'm so hungry I could eat a horse.
Costello, get that horse out of here.
Get out of here.
Get out of here.
Get out of here.
And please, bring Lady Jennifer a cocktail.
Yes, make it a martini with the black olive.
You drink martinis with a black olive?
Yes, I'm in mourning for my husband.
If I was you, Lady Jennifer, I would lay off those martinis. They're pretty hot.
Costello, what makes you think they're hot?
Because I just poured one. When I dropped the olive in, the olive stuck out its pimento.
By the way, Mr. Abbott, I have a little Thanksgiving present for you. A nice, fat Belgian hare. I raised them, you know.
Oh, thank you, Lady Jennifer. Costello, take Lady Jennifer's hair.
Take her what?
Take her hair and put it in the icebox.
Okay, Abbott.
No, you fool!
Costello, now look what you've done. Speak to Lady Jennifer.
Hello, Baldy.
I've never been so insulted in all my life.
Come, Lady Jennifer. I'll show you under the table. I'll show you...
Get the line right, not under that table.
No, I'm sorry, Mrs. Jennifer. I'll show you to the table.
Very well. You may take my arm.
Does that come off, too?
Costello, get busy and serve the dinner. And remember, I don't want to see your thumb in the soup.
Okay.
Lord Beaverbrook. Pardon me, Mr. Beaverbrook. It's quite all right, please. What part of the turkey would you like?
Well, I'm a flyer. I'll take the wing.
And Freddie Rich.
Well, I'm a musician. I'll take the drumstick.
And Sebastian, what part of the turkey would you like?
Well, you can skip me. I'm a dead-end kid.
I hope somebody will remember me. I like the neck.
I like the neck, too, Connie. I'll meet you out on the front porch.
Costello, keep quiet and serve the soup. And remember, I don't want to see your thumb in it.
Okay, I'll fix that.
Oh! Somebody turn off the light! Quick, turn on the light, somebody!
There, the lights are on.
Oh!
What's the trouble, Lady Jennifer?
Oh, my necklace is gone! Somebody's stolen my pearl necklace!
Quick, Costello, call the police.
Please!
Wait, no, use the French phone.
I don't speak French.
Oh, here. Please, here, I'll call him. Operator, give me the police. Hurry up. Hello, police department. This is Bud Abbott's home. There's been a robbery here. Come over at once.
Well, here we are. We're from headquarters. What took you so long? I said, what took you so long?
So long?
What, are you leaving already? Now, shut up, you. You look suspicious. Stick up your hands and reach for the ceiling. Okay, but I know I won't make it.
Officer, there's been a robbery here. The lights went out and somebody stole Lady Jennifer's pearl necklace.
A stolen necklace, eh? Somebody will get the jug for this. Sounds like you've had it already. Come on, line up against the wall, and you too, fat boy. What's your name? Honest Lou Costello. Costello, eh? Ain't you got a relative doing time at Alcatraz? Yes, sir. That's my Uncle Stebbins. They put him in for something he didn't do.
For something he didn't do?
Yeah, he didn't wipe off his fingerprints when he robbed the bank. Now get in line there. I'll take this gentleman first. What's your name?
Lord Beaverboard.
Where were you sitting when the necklace was stolen?
Well,
You lie!
Ouch!
How long have you known Lady Jennifer?
Well,
You lie! Ouch! Gets rid of him fast, don't he? All right, Sergeant. Drag this man out of here. Now, Costello, you're next. I think there are others ahead of me. I'm ready to take you now. But I don't want to be selfish. Women and children first. Sit down there in a chair. Just a minute. Who are you shoving? I'm shoving you, and what about it? I just wanted to be sure. Now, where was you when the lights went out? I was. You lied. I expected it. Ouch!
What's the matter?
Look what he did!
Did you hurt your head?
No, but he broke my shoelaces.
Shut up, you. Now I'm going to question the little boy here. Oh, no. Not that. You can't question my little brother Sebastian. And why not? There's only one head between us. I'm playing both parts.
Oh, just a moment, officer. There's been a horrible mistake. My pearls weren't stolen at all. They slipped off my neck into my tapioca.
Well, leave them there. You look better wearing tapioca. What happened to Costello?
But wait a minute. There's one thing I can't understand, Costello. Who turned out the lights when you were serving dinner?
I turned them out, Uncle Bud,
Sebastian. Why did you turn the lights off?
because you said you didn't want to see Louis thumb in the soup.
Sebastian, do you realize what you did? You almost got me arrested. Your brother. They might have thrown me in jail. Then I would have to walk around with the pallor of the prison on my noble brow. Why did you do such things to your loving brother, Sebastian?
Oh, I'm a baby!
Costello will be back in a moment.
Thanks to the Yanks of the Week. Tonight we salute Lieutenant Thomas A. McKenzie of Auburn, Kentucky. Fighting off unconsciousness from flak wounds in his chest, this bombardier hero completed his bomb run without even letting his own crewmates know he was wounded. In your honor, Lieutenant McKenzie, the makers of Camels are sending to our fighters overseas 400,000 Camel cigarettes.
Each of the 3 Camel radio shows honors the Yank of the Week by sending free 400,000 Camel cigarettes overseas, a total of more than 1 million Camels sent free each week. In this country, the Camel caravans traveling from camp to camp have thanked audiences of more than 4 million Yanks with free shows and free Camels. Camel broadcasts go out to the United States 3 times a week, are rebroadcast to our men overseas and to South America. Listen tomorrow to Jimmy Durante and Gary Moore, Monday to Bob Hawke in Thanks to the Yanks, and next Thursday to Abbot and Costello. And now here are Bud Abbott and Lou Costello with a final word.
Well, Costello, now that we've done our show, let's get home and have our turkey, huh?
I think it's a good idea because I'm just about ready for it now.
Did you make the stuffing?
Yeah, I did. I made grand stuffing.
You did, huh?
Yeah, I ground up a lot of breadcrumbs, and then I put in some garlic.
Oh, that's
and then I
swell.
put in a little onions, and I put in some more garlic, then a whole lot of onions,
Yeah.
then a whole lot of garlic, then a whole lot of more onions,
Yeah.
then a whole lot of garlic, and a whole lot of more onions.
Wait a minute.
And then
Wait
a
a minute.
little more
Wait
pinch of garlic.
a minute. Did you taste it?
Taste it? I couldn't even get near it.
Oh. Good night, folks.
Good night. Good night, everybody.
Be sure to tune in next week for another great Abbott and Costello show. And remember, try Camels on your throat and your taste. See for yourself how Camel's mildness, coolness, and flavor click with you. The Abbott and Costello show for Camel cigarettes will be back at this very same time next week. Don't miss it. This is Ken Niles in Hollywood wishing you all a pleasant good night.
The Abbott and Costello program brought to you by Camel, the cigarette that's first in the service according to actual sales records. See if your throat and your taste don't make Camel a first with you, too. Find out for yourself. Listen to the great rhythms of Freddie Rich and his orchestra, the swingy singing of Connie Haynes. And that great statesman from the Dumbarton Oaks Conference who said,
Hey, Costello, come here a minute. Come here, will you please? What's all the excitement about? What are you so happy about?
Oh, look at it.
What?
I just got a letter from my cousin, Corporal Hugo Costello.
Yeah?
He's away over in Africa, and he says all the soldiers in his company are going to have a white Christmas.
Why, you dummy, it's very hot in Africa. How could the soldiers have a white Christmas?
Their cook is going to bleach the beans.
Costello, it's about time you were thinking of Christmas. Do you realize there are only 8 shopping days left? You know, I just bought 100 Christmas seals.
100 Christmas seals?
Sure.
For goodness sakes, how are you going to feed them?
Look, Costello, are you going to make much out of Christmas this year?
Am I what?
Are you going to make much out of Christmas this year?
I can't tell until I sell the presents I get.
Sell your presents?
Oh, sure, Rabbit, sure.
What are you talking about?
I even sold that electric bed warmer you gave me last year. That was no good.
Electric bed warmer? That was an electric toaster.
An electric toaster?
Certainly.
No wonder it kept turning me over and throwing me out of bed.
Well, Costello, I hope you're getting a present from my wife, Betty, this year. You know, and I'll give you a little tip.
Go ahead.
What she really needs is a new girdle.
A what?
A girdle. Don't you know what a girdle is?
Oh, sure. A girdle. It's one of those...
Well, what is it?
You got to have it when you...
Yes. What
if
is
you
it?
don't, you sort of got
Yes, that I know. Come on.
You got to...
Well, what is it?
It's one of those things that keeps an unhappy situation from spreading.
Yeah. Look, what about your own family, Costello? What are you going to give your kid brother Sebastian?
Oh, him? Nothing.
What do you mean?
I gave him something last year. He didn't like it.
And what did you give him?
The measles. And did he use a rash word?
Oh, talk sense, please.
Listen, this year, Abbott, you know what I'm going to do?
No, I don't know.
I'm going to spend all my money on that beautiful girl who lives next door to me. Ruby Pool Cue.
Wait a minute. Ruby Pool Cue?
She's beautiful.
Why, she isn't beautiful.
She is.
She's got the worst complexion I ever saw.
Well, she can't help that, Abbott. I mean, she got her face caught in a waffle iron. Now she has to pour her makeup on with a syrup pitcher.
Look, what are you going to buy for Ruby?
I'm going to buy her a piano.
A piano? What kind of a piano? Maple, walnut, or cherry?
Well, I'm going to get her one of those kind...
What kind?
What did you say?
I said maple, walnut, or cherry.
Maple walnut. Do you realize what you just said?
Well, what's wrong?
Shame on Abbott!
Wait a minute.
Shame on Bud Abbott!
Well, wait a
what
minute.
You said?
Now, take it easy.
In front of Ken Niles,
Yeah.
our announcer.
No.
Shame on Bud
Now, wait a minute, Lou. All right, all I said was maple, walnut, or cherry.
There you go again. I'm glad I found you out, Abbott.
What do you mean? Now, what do you mean?
You're a spy from the Jello program.
Now, please.
A maple, a walnut, or cherry.
Now, look, wait a minute, look. I simply asked you the kind of wood.
Oh, wood.
Yeah.
Well, I know about the wood. What do you think I am, a woodpecker?
No, certainly
You
not.
think I go around tasting pianos?
Did I ask you that?
You think every time I see a piano, I bite it to see what flavor it is?
Look, Costello, they make pianos out of different kinds of wood. My mother-in-law's piano is maple, so she has a genuine bird's eye.
I know that. And she's got an eagle beak to go with it.
Look, never mind my mother-in-law. Now, you've got a lot of nerve spending your money on Ruby, a girl you hardly know. You never thought to ask me if I needed money for my Christmas shopping.
Do you need money, Abbott?
Oh, well, now that you brought it up...
Now that I brought it up.
Well, yes, you didn't you just ask me if I needed money?
Ladies and gentlemen, you have just seen what loose talk can do when it reaches the enemy's ears.
Wait a minute.
A slip of the lip can sink a ship.
Now, wait.
And I have just been scuttled myself.
Now, look. Look, Costello, all I need is $50.
$50?
Yes. Now, look, if you lend me $50, what security would you want?
A padlock, a pair of handcuffs, and a watchdog.
Oh, no.
And put your mama in a dungeon for security.
Now, look.
With your father.
Well, now, listen. The only security I can give you is the word of an honest man.
Okay, bring him around. I'll see what I can do for you.
Look, Costello. You and I are pals. And to show you how much I like you, I'm going to let you lend me the $50.
But, Abbott, all I got in my Christmas piggy bank is $40.
Well, all right. Give me the $40 and you can owe me the $10.
Okay, here's the $40.
Okay.
Now I owe you $10.
That's right.
Who owes who $10?
Now, wait a minute. Just a minute. Wait. How much did I ask you for?
You asked me for $50.
And how much did you give me?
I gave you all I had, $40.
So you owe me $10.
Well, that's right.
Well, why
I mean,
argue?
who's kicking? I
All
mean,
right,
after
all right, let it go at that. All right.
You owe me $40.
Costello, I don't like the way you're hedging on me.
And I don't like the way you're clipping my head.
Ah, come on, please, take it easy.
Give me back my $40.
Oh, okay, if that's the way you feel. I don't want to do business with a man like you. Here's your $40.
Well,
right?
that's more like it.
Now give me the 10 you owe me.
Okay, here's the 10.
All right.
I'm paying you on account.
On account?
On account, I don't know how come I owe it to you.
Believe me, this is the last time I'll ever ask you for the loan of $50, Costello.
Abbott, look.
No, never mind.
How can I lend you $50 now? I only had $40 to start with.
Oh.
Now I only got $30.
Okay, if it'll make you happy. I'll do you a favor. Give me the $30 and you can owe me 20.
This is getting worse all the time.
Now, wait a minute. Now, what's the matter?
First I owed you 10, now I owe you 20. What kind of racket is that?
Well, why do you let yourself run into debt?
I didn't run into it. You pushed me. Abbott, did you ever hear the story of the 40 thieves?
Well, yes.
What became of the other 39?
Costello,
Are you the guy that says, open, says to me?
Now, listen, I'm surprised at you.
I ad-libbed that. It's no good.
Costello, I'm surprised. Please. Why, I'm just like Santa Claus.
You're better than Santa Claus.
You bet I am.
You can give me a sleigh ride without any reindeer.
Oh, please.
You know, it's never very easy to get serious after an hilarious to-do with Bud and Lou. But your choice of a cigarette is so important to your throat and your taste that I want to take this moment to urge you to try Camels on your T-zone. That's T for throat and T for taste. See how your throat reacts to Camel's cool mildness. See how your taste enjoys the rich, full flavor of Camel's magnificent blend of costlier tobaccos. You may find that your throat and your taste, your T-zone, proclaim Camel your own personal cigarette.
C-A-M-E-L-S.
Camel's, the cigarette of costlier tobaccos. Here's lovely Connie Haynes with her Christmas Shopper Special. So grab your bundles, everybody, and let's all take a ride on the trolley.
With my high starch collar and my high top shoes and my hair piled high upon my hair, I went to lose a jolly hour upon the trolley and lost my heart instead. With his light brown derby and his bright green tie, he was quite the handsomest of men. I started to yen, so I counted to 10, then I counted to 10 again. Clang, clang, clang went the trolley. Ding, ding, ding went the bell. Zing, zing, zing went my heartstrings. For the moment I saw him, I fell. Chug, chug, chug went the motor. Bump, bump, bump went the brake. Thump, thump, thump went my heartstrings. When he smiled, I could feel the car shake. He tipped his hat and took a seat. He said he hoped he hadn't stepped upon my feet. He asked my name, I held my breath. I couldn't speak because he scared me half to death. Buzz, buzz, buzz went the buzzer. Plop, plop, plop went the wheel. Stop, stop, stop went my heartstrings. As he started to leave, I took hold of his sleeve with my hand. And as if it were planned, he stayed on with me, and it was grand just to stand with his hand holding mine to the end of the line.
All right, Costello, come on. Let's go downtown and do our Christmas shopping. Here comes the streetcar.
Clang, clang, clang went the trolley.
All right.
A ding, went the
Costello, come here. You want to get hit? Get out of there. Come over here. Stand here in the safety zone.
You know what?
In the safety zone. Don't you know why those safety zones are here?
Sure. If you get hit inside the white lines, it don't count.
Oh. Be quiet, please. Here's the trolley now.
Hey, Abbott.
What?
Look at the crowd on that streetcar.
Never mind. Go on. Shove your way in.
Oh, young man, you can't squeeze in here.
Okay, babe. Let's wait till we get off. You got your one line. Get your dough and get...
Hey, you, fat boy. Come on, drop your fare in a box.
Here's the fare conductor, and give us 2 transfers.
You won't need transfers.
No? Then how are we going to ride on the next car without a transfer?
Just tell the next conductor that Orville sent you.
Uh-oh. That guy's off his trolley.
Oh, come on, Costello. Let's step back in the car and find a seat. Hey, look out for that man with that umbrella. Oh, my goodness, what happened?
Somebody just took my seat.
Say, you little short fat man, can't you reach that strap?
I think so.
Then would you mind letting go of my garter?
They shouldn't let these tall people on streetcars. You shouldn't bring me on these crowded streetcars, Abbott. My Uncle Artie Stebbins got his eye hurt in this crowded streetcar.
Got his eye hurt?
Yep. He had his eye on a seat, and the fat lady came along and sat on it.
All right, look, stop this nonsense. Here, the car's stopping. Here, let's get off. We're far enough downtown anyway. Okay, come on, get off.
Okay,
off.
don't push.
I'm not pushing. Get off.
Hey, Abbott, look.
What?
There's a pet shop. I think I'll go in and get my mother a squirrel for Christmas. She needs a squirrel to help her do housework.
Oh, how could a squirrel help her with the housework?
Well, she can tie his tail up and let him run between the Venetian blinds.
Don't be silly. Let's go in here to Bingle's department store.
Hey, Abbott.
What?
Look who's standing there with a carnation in his buttonhole.
Hey, it's your kid brother, Sebastian. Come here, Sebastian. What are you doing in Bingle's department store?
I'm a handyman, Uncle Bud, and today I'm working as a floor walker.
How can you be a floor walker? You're too little.
Well, they need a little guy like me. You see, when the people block up the aisles, I bite them on the leg and keep moving.
Costello, your kid brother has no business in this store. He should be in school.
I ain't gonna go to school no more, Uncle Bud. School is nothing but a racket.
School is a racket?
Yep, the kids do all the work and the teachers get paid for it. Anyway, I had a fight with my teacher.
A fight?
Yeah, this morning I held up my hand and the teacher said, Sebastian, do you want to leave the room?
And what did you say?
I said, you don't think I'm standing here hitchhiking, do you?
Now, look. Sebastian.
She let me go.
All right. I can imagine. Listen, Sebastian. Now, if you don't go back to school, I'm not going to give you this beautiful animal picture book for Christmas.
Oh,
now.
but let me see
No.
the animals. Oh, isn't that a pretty nice book?
Isn't it pretty?
What's the name of this animal over here, Uncle Bud?
Oh, you should know the name of that animal, Sebastian. Just look at that graceful body, the slim legs, and the long antlers. And...
I don't seem to recognize it.
Oh, come, Sebastian. You know this animal's name. Here, I'll make it easy for you. What does your mother call your father?
Don't tell me that's a louse.
Hey, look.
Hey, Abbott, I gotta beat it. Here comes the manager.
Lorenzo Grandi. As a manager, I'm dandy.
Quetzal, don't tell me you're the manager of Bingle's department store.
That I am, my little man. I'm in full charge of the dry goods department.
How about sundries?
Sundays is my day off.
Oh.
Well, gentlemen, what can I do for you? Here I got some delicious pajamas for only $30.
$30 for pajamas?
Yeah.
Look, Kitzel, here's $15. Just give me the top half. I'll send it to my Uncle Mike Burrell in Patterson.
Oh, Costello, you can't send just the tops of the pajamas.
Oh, sure I can. I'll put a card in it that says, Merry Christmas from the waist up.
Look, Costello, you've only got $40. And remember, you wanted to buy an easy chair for your father.
Woohoo, and I've got just the easy chair you're looking at. That's a genuine mohair. The seat is covered with mohair, the back is covered with mohair, and it's got a footstool also covered with mohair.
Everything is covered with mohair.
Yeah.
I'll bet Mo hasn't got a hair left in his head.
Mo hasn't got a... That's a slick one.
So is Mo's head.
Look, Costello, how about that piano you wanted to buy for your girlfriend, Ruby?
Oh, now you're talking my language. You know, I'm the head fish in the piano department.
The head fish?
Yeah, I'm a piano tuner.
All right. I won't hit you, don't worry.
You know, today I got a special on a slightly used player piano with 3 dozen piano rolls.
Oh, I bought a bunch of those music rolls last week. And I papered my bedroom walls with them. And boy, were they noisy.
Noisy?
Yeah, every time I sneezed, the walls played, Milkman, keep those bottles quiet.
Headlines on front pages, cartoons in the magazines, photographs in the picture publications, all saying the same thing, cigarette shortage. Well, no need to tell you how many cigarettes are going overseas and how much more the people on the home front are smoking these days. And so it's inescapable that sometimes your dealer has to say, no Camels today. But remember this, paste it in your hat and write it in your notebook, Camel's rich, full flavor and cool mildness make them worth asking for the very next time you buy cigarettes. War or peace, Camel is still Camel.
C-A-M-E-L.
Camels, the cigarette of costlier tobaccos. While Abbott and Costello are shopping for an old-fashioned Christmas, Freddie Rich plays an old-fashioned song, Whispering.
Costello, please, do you realize we've been walking around the store for over 3 hours and you haven't bought a thing?
I can't help it. I can't find a piano I like, and I don't know what else to give my girl.
Well, why don't you buy Miss Pool Q a diamond ring and get it over
I
with?
can't. I bought her a beautiful diamond ring last year. It was a beautiful 12-carat stone.
Yeah?
What a sparkler. It scares me every time she wears it.
Are you afraid she'll lose it?
No, but if she ever drops it, she'll have 7 years bad luck.
Look, don't be silly, Costello. Say, have you noticed how bright and happy and cheerful all the shoppers
Abbott,
are?
they should be.
Have you noticed all that?
That's swell. Look at that gaiety.
Yeah.
They're all full of the spirit of Yuletide.
Yeah, the Muletide is all... Muletide! Muletide?
Muletide.
You mean Yuletide.
I'll tide what?
No. But speaking of mules, hey, here's the shoe department. Now, that gives me a very, very bright idea. Why don't you buy your girlfriend a pair of mules?
A pair of what?
What do you say to a pair of mules?
I say, whoa, or get out. I mean, if he's stubborn, I whip him.
Costello, look, I'm talking about
I
a
get
pair...
a jockey like Bailey, I put him on and whip him good.
All right, look,
get him in.
will you listen to me, please? I'm talking about a pair of bedroom mules.
Oh, what?
Bedroom mules.
Bedroom mules?
Yes. My wife has all kinds of mules in her bedroom. Red mules, green mules. She even has a pair of checkered mules.
Abbott, did you see all these different colored mules with your own eyes?
Why, certainly Well, why not? I see them every night. In fact, I saw them this morning.
All the colored mules?
Every one of them.
Let me smell your breath.
There you are. Now behave. Look, you dummy. Doesn't your mother have mules in her bedroom?
No, my father's very particular.
Look. When your mother gets up in the morning, what does she put on her feet?
Corn plaster.
That's their... Oh, no. Please, look. She must have some kind of mules. Look, there are two kinds of mules, silk and felt.
Felt?
Yes. Hasn't your mother felt mules?
No, sir. She never touches any kind of animal.
Oh, come.
Especially when she's cooking.
No, look. Forget about the animals, please. Look, every woman likes mules. My wife uses a pair of mules to go around the house in.
What's the matter? Is she too lazy to walk?
No. Look, when she gets up in the morning, she always slips on her mule.
It's her own fault. Why don't she keep them out in the backyard?
Right, listen. My wife needs her mules to keep her feet warm.
You mean you all sleep in the same bed?
Sleep in the same bed? My wife keeps her mules under the bed.
For goodness sakes, don't the Board of Health complain?
Oh, look, let's skip the whole thing. Here I am trying to help you with your Christmas shopping, and what do I get? A lot of idiotic talk.
Oh, pardon me, gentlemen. Is there anything I can do for you? We carry a full line of cosmetics, rouge, powder, lipstick, face cream, and cleansing tissue.
Cleansing what?
Tissue.
Well, it seems kind of tilly, but if you want to kiss me, go ahead. You kiss me and I'll kiss you.
Costello, this lady is trying to help you.
Yeah.
Now you stop talking like that.
No.
She's trying to help you.
That's what she's trying.
Kiss you.
No, she don't want to...
I have some lovely perfumes here. Take a whiff of this. It's called One Night in Paris.
One night in Paris?
Yeah.
Take a whiff of this.
My goodness, what is that?
5 days at the racetrack.
Costello, look, let me handle this, please. Look, madam, my friend here is a little confused. He doesn't know what to get his girl for Christmas.
Oh, well, maybe I can help.
I wish you would, please.
Yeah. What kind of a complexion does your girlfriend have? Is she fair, dark, or medium?
She's speckled.
Speckled? Do you mean she has a complexion of an olive?
Yes, ma'am. Pits and all.
Well, from your description of the girl, I imagine she could use one of our facial kits.
One of your what?
The lady wants to sell you a kit.
What I want to buy a kit for? I'm going to get married and have kits of my own.
Oh, no. You see, you don't understand. This is a beauty kit with full instructions. All your girlfriend has to do is apply some of this lotion. Then she covers her face with the white of an egg, some sour cream, and a keg of yeast.
Oh, she did that once.
Yeah, what happened?
The next morning, she broke out in biscuits. Kiss you. Get the kisser on.
Never mind, quiet. Never mind, no remarks, Costello, please.
You silly boy, you tickle me.
Oh, here we go again. You tickle me first.
No.
Hey, Abbott, you kiss her.
I will not, please.
Where did I leave off?
Costello, look, if you don't buy something pretty soon, I'm going to walk out and leave you.
Oh, now, just a moment, boys. Now, how about something...
I found it. Go ahead.
Yeah.
What were you saying?
I don't want you to get away now. How about something for the young lady's hair? Does she have a snoot?
Certainly she's got a snoot.
Yeah?
is it a long snood that hangs down her back?
No, it's a short snood that turns up at the end. She's a very snooty dame.
Costello, the lady is talking about your girlfriend's hairdo.
Yeah. What's your girlfriend's hairdo?
What's her hairdo?
Yeah, that's what I said.
It comes out when she combs it.
No, Costello, we're trying to find out what does she do with her hair? Does she pile it on top of her head, or does she drop it down her neck?
She just hangs it in the closet.
No, you dummy. Some women wear buns in their hair, and some have rats.
Rats?
Yes. My mother had a rat in her hair for years.
That's no way to talk about your father.
Look, Costello, does Miss Poolcue wear her hair off her face?
No, it takes too long to wear it off. She has to pull it out with a tweet.
Costello, that's no way to talk about your girlfriend. That's slander.
Slander?
Yes. Don't you know what slander is?
Sure, slander.
Yes.
That's tall and skinny. And that has nothing to do with my girl. She's short and fat like me. Only I'm prettier than she is.
Say, you say your girl is short and fat.
Yes,
I've got just the Christmas present for her. Our special weight-reducing machine called the Melt Your Belt Away Fat Cabinet. There it is, standing right there.
Costello, that sounds good. How much does your girl weigh?
240 pounds with her girdle on.
Well, how much does she weigh with it off?
I don't know. She's never been able to get it off.
Well, now, this machine will take your girl's fat off. If you don't believe it, get into the machine and try it for yourself.
Now, that's fair enough. That's fair enough.
I don't think I want to get in there.
Go ahead, get in the machine.
Abbott, I said I don't want to get in there.
We'll find out if it works.
I won't get in there.
Go on, get in there. Get in there. There you are.
Now, that's a good boy. Now we'll turn on the machine, and you'll see how it melts the fat away in no time.
Costello, where are you? Speak to me. Costello, where are you?
I'm right here, Abbott.
But all I see is a little puddle of water.
Well, don't step in it. It's me.
Abbott and Costello will be back in just a moment.
Thanks to the Yanks of the Week. Tonight we salute Sergeant Benjamin F. Lambeth of Asheboro, North Carolina, awarded the Silver Star for his gallantry in action in Italy. In one mission, he is credited with killing 25 Nazis, wounding 5 more, and scattering the rest in confusion. In your honor, Sergeant Lambeth, the makers of Camels are sending to our fighters overseas 400,000 Camel cigarettes.
Each of the 3 Camel radio shows honors a Yank of the Week by sending free 400,000 Camel cigarettes overseas, a total of more than 1 million Camels sent free each week. In this country, the Camel caravans traveling from camp to camp have thanked audiences of more than 4 million Yanks with free shows and free Camels. Camel broadcasts go out to the United States 3 times a week, a rebroadcast to our men overseas and to South America. Listen tomorrow to Jimmy Durante and Gary Moore, Monday to Bob Hawke in Thanks to the Yanks, and next Thursday to Abbott and Costello. And now, here are Bud and Lou with the final word.
Well, Costello, you bought presents for everybody. I hope you're very, very happy.
Abbott, I could be a lot happier. Oh, if I was only a nurse.
A nurse?
That's right.
What would you do if you were a nurse?
You know, Abbott, I read in the paper today that there's an urgent need for more Army nurses.
Oh, yes, I know about that. And do you know, Lou, that any nurse who enters the Army Nurse Corps now will enter with the rank of second lieutenant, and there is ample opportunity for advancement.
You know, I hope that all the nurses that are listening in tonight will join the Army Nurse Corps and give their country the best Christmas present of all.
Yes, girls, write immediately to the Surgeon General, United States Army, Washington, D.C., or call at your nearest Red Cross chapter.
Good night, folks. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody. And I hope Commander Holsel feels much better. Good night to everybody in Patterson.
Be sure to tune in next week for another great Abbott and Costello show. And remember, try Camels on your throat and your taste. See for yourself how Camel's mildness, coolness, and flavor click with you.
a Christmas gift that will bring the man who gets it a lot of pleasure long after Christmas is over. A generous pound or half-pound package of Prince Albert's smoking tobacco with the bright holiday band. Every time he packs and lights his favorite pipe with this favorite tobacco, he will think of your thoughtfulness. His taste will thank you for the full, rich, yet mild flavor. His tongue will thank you for Prince Albert's gentleness due to the no-bite treatment. Another thing men like about Prince Albert is the crimp cut, which guarantees perfect packing, smooth drawing, and even burning right down to the last puff. You really make a pipe smoker's Christmas merry when you give him Prince Albert tobacco.
The Abbot and Costello show for Camel Cigarettes will be back at this very same time next week. Don't miss it. This is Ken Niles in Hollywood, wishing you all a pleasant good night.
This is the National Broadcasting Company.
The Abbot and Costello program. Listen to the great rhythms of Freddie Rich and his orchestra, the swingy singing of Connie Haynes. And that chubby little chap who only this morning put his cupid bow lips against Santa Claus's ear and whispered,
Hey, Costello, what are you doing here tonight all dressed up like Santa Claus?
Oh, I'm putting on a Christmas party tonight, Abbott.
Yeah?
For my little brother Sebastian. I got the Santa Claus suit, a bag full of toys. I even got a sleigh.
Now, how about the reindeer?
The what?
Don't you have reindeer?
Not in California, honey.
Look, where are you going to have this party? In your suite?
My what?
Your suite.
You're cute, too.
Look, talk sense. Christmas doesn't come until next Monday. Why are you having Sebastian's party tonight?
I gotta have it tonight, Abbott.
What do you mean?
I simply gotta have it tonight.
Why?
Sebastian won't be home Monday. He's joining the Marines.
The Marines? That's ridiculous. How could little Sebastian join the Marines? He's only 5 years old.
He lied about his age. What a party this is going to be tonight. What a party.
What do you mean?
My whole family's going to be there. We're going to have an all-electric Christmas.
An all-electric?
All-electric Christmas.
What do you mean by that?
Well, now let me see. What page? Oh, yes. I got it. An all-electric...
That all-electric Christmas. What about it?
Well, Sebastian is getting an electric train. Yes. My mother's going to get an electric washing machine, and my father's getting an electric razor.
And what about your Uncle Artie Stebbins?
He's getting the electric chair.
Look, Costello, how about the tree? Did you buy a Christmas tree?
I bought the biggest Christmas tree you ever saw, Abbott.
That's well.
I just got it putting it up in the living room.
That's fine.
Got a tree.
Mm-hmm.
It's 6 feet higher than the ceiling.
Whoa, it's a shame you have to cut the top off.
That's the way I felt. So I cut a hole in the ceiling.
You cut a hole in the ceiling of our living room?
Yep. This will be the first year we ever had a Christmas tree in our bathroom.
Look, I don't know what... Look, all right, forget about it. Look, Costello, what kind of a tree did you get? Is it a fir tree?
Yeah. It's one of those great big... What'd you say?
I said it's a fir tree.
Is it a fir tree?
Yes.
Who ever heard of a tree made out of fir?
I'm only asking
It's
you.
made out of wood, like any other tree.
Of course.
Is it a fir? Dope.
Listen, I'm a dope. Of course it's made out of wood, you dummy. I'm not talking about fur, F-U-R. The fur I mean has an eye in it.
The fur you mean has an eye in it?
Yes.
Just one eye?
Certainly there's just one eye in fur.
Oh, wait, that nice. A one-eyed fur. What kind of animals do you run around with?
Animals. Please. I'm trying to find out what kind of a Christmas tree you bought. Hey, look, what kind of bark did it have?
What kind of bark?
Yes. Didn't you notice the tree's bark?
No, I have my earmuffs on. I couldn't hear a thing.
No. Bark. The tree's outside.
The tree is outside?
Certainly.
What's it doing outside? No, I thought I brought it inside the house.
Look.
Did you put it out?
Costello, look. Let's start
Now you bring that Christmas tree in the house.
Here, Costello, please. The bark of a tree is the outer coat. Did the tree have a rough coat?
No. But the girl that sold it to me had on a smooth sweater.
Will you listen to me, please? The bark is the coat on the trunk of a fir tree.
Now the tree has a trunk.
Yeah, of course.
That's probably where he keeps his coat and furs.
Look, Costello, I'm going to...
silly.
I know, there's nothing silly about it. If you listen, I'm going to try to explain this to you. Look, all Christmas trees belong to the Pine family.
Oh, no, they don't. My Christmas tree belongs to me.
Let
the Pine family get their own tree.
No. Never mind the pine family. I'm talking about the pine tree. We get pitch from pine.
We get what?
Didn't you ever get pitch from a pine tree?
No, I never rode a pine tree, but I got pitched off a horse once.
No. I'm talking of pitch. Pitch tar. Didn't you ever hear of pine tar?
No, but I heard of a tree tar.
Tree tar?
Yeah, clang, 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 went the tree tar.
Look, I'm trying to tell you the fir tree is a species of pine. Now, you can tell the different kinds of pine trees by the shape of the cones.
By the shape of the cones?
Yes. Now, what shape are the cones?
Well, you know the shape the cones are in.
What are they?
Well, Meyer Cone, he's short and fat like me, and Mrs. Cone is skinny like you.
No. Look, never mind that. I'm talking about the cones in your tree.
You're talking about the cones in my tree?
Yes.
What would the cones be doing in my tree?
Now,
I bought it from A.
Yeah,
Green.
all right, never mind that. You bought it.
Cones got nothing to do with it.
Look, Costello, for the last time, you bought a Christmas tree, didn't you?
Yeah.
All right, now, a Christmas tree is an evergreen tree that belongs to the pine family. Now, it's a fir tree. It has a rough coat or bark. If you climb the tree, you'll find a bunch of cones, and they will be surrounded by long, sharp needles sticking in their limbs.
Now, just a minute, Abbott. This time you have gone too far.
Gone too far?
That's what I said.
What do you mean by that?
I didn't mind it when you said that my tree belonged to the pine family. I thought you were only slightly crazy when you said the tree barked and wore a fur coat, and that keeps the coat in the trunk. But when you asked me to climb that tree and stick long, sharp needles into the limbs of my friend, the cones, not only have you impugned on my good name, but you have dragged me through the muck with Meyer, and Mrs. Cone is not going to like it.
Well, Costello, let's get the house all ready for your party. Did you put the tinsel on the Christmas tree?
No, I couldn't find any tinsel this year, Abbott. So I trimmed the tree with spaghetti, and boy, does it look beautiful.
Oh, what's beautiful about trimming a tree with spaghetti?
Every time I plug it in, the meatballs light up.
You talk sense. Please, Costello, I hope you've taken care of the party.
Oh, sure. I'm going to serve ham sandwiches with mustard roll.
Mustard roll is for a cold.
Well, this is cold ham.
Hey, wait a minute. Come in.
Mr. Costello?
Yeah.
You ordered some wood for your fireplace.
That's right.
I'm here with a load. Where do you want me to put it?
You'd better put it to bed.
Look, please, let's not waste any time. Just pile the wood there in the corner. Now, come on, Costello. We better start putting the gifts around the tree. By the way, what kind of a present did you buy for Connie Haynes?
Oh, Abbott, I bought her the most beautiful corsage.
That's no, not corsage. You mean
corsage?
No. You mean corsage. A-G-E is pronounced arge, as in corsage and garage. Where did you get the corsage?
Oh, from the man who comes to collect the garbage.
No. This is going to be a fine party, I can see. What in the world was that?
It was me, Uncle Bud.
Sebastian, what are you doing with that shotgun?
It's a present for you, Uncle Bud. I was hanging it on a Christmas tree, and it went off.
Well, I hope you didn't break anything.
Do you know that mahogany door that leads into your den?
Yes.
Well, it's a screen door now.
Oh, come on, Sebastian, run along. Say, I wonder where the holly berries and the flowers are and all that I ordered.
You ordered flowers?
Yes. Well, now, wait a minute. Can you think of anything nicer than flowers on the table?
Yeah, meat and potatoes.
Oh. Wait a minute. That's probably the flowers. Come in.
The flowers I am dandy.
Kitzel, don't tell me you're a florist.
That's right. It's the big rose said to the little rose. Hiya, bud.
Yeah, but what did you bring this guy over for anyway? I don't want any flowers. The last time I smelled a nasturtium bum, I got a big bump on my nose.
A nasturtium.
A nasturtium bum.
Nasturtium. That's nasturtiums. There's no bee in it.
There was a bee in this one.
There was a bee.
That stings.
Look, pay no attention to Costello, Kitzel. By the way, what kind of flowers have you got? Did you bring me any pansies?
No, I'm sorry. When I went out in the garden this morning, I discovered my pansies were drooping.
Well, why don't you wear suspenders?
Never mind that. What did you bring us, Kitzel?
Well, I brought you some of those beautiful grass flowers.
Grass flowers?
Yeah, petunias.
Gentlemen, how's about buying one of these beautiful holly wreaths? They come directly from the Catskill Mountains.
Oh, what's so wonderful about that?
Why, Costello, have you ever seen the Catskill Mountains?
No, but I've seen the cats kill mice.
That
was some joke, eh?
Never mind. No time for joshing.
Now, gentlemen, for goodness sake, you're wasting my time, and time with me is money.
Oh, yeah? Well, I'd like to take a peep at your income.
What are you, an income thief?
Yeah.
You know, I'm a very busy man. Do you want to buy some flowers or don't you? Make up your mind, yes or maybe.
Costello, let's see what Kitzel has in that box.
Costello, for goodness sake, watch where you're walking. You just stepped on my puppy.
On your puppies what?
The plants you just broke are puppies.
So what? I'll buy puppies some new ones, and I'll buy some mummies, too.
Costello, you ought to be
I'll buy mummies some, too.
You ought to be
Either way, it don't mean nothing.
I don't care. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. Come over here. You know what's wrong with you, Lou? Here I get Kitzel, a great florist, to come here and decorate your house for the Christmas party, and you deliberately insult him.
Yes, that's right. Costello, if I wasn't a bigger man than you, I would punch you right in the nose.
Well, it so happens that I'm bigger than you.
That's a better reason. Well, I bid you good night, gentlemen.
And that's a fine way to talk to Kitzel. Don't you know that he's famous all over the world for his flowers? His flowers win prizes everywhere.
They do?
Oh, certainly. Why, next week he's going to exhibit at the Pasadena Flower Show.
No.
Yes. Kitzel is going to show his rhododendrons.
To everybody?
Yes.
Well, what do you know?
There isn't going to be any party. Now, if you'll go to sleep like a good little boy, your brother Louie will tell you a nice bedtime story.
Will you tell me the one about the farmer's daughter?
What? I never heard of such a story.
Get the character of my Uncle Buddy.
No. Costello, you've got to get this little boy to sleep. Why don't you sing him a lullaby?
Okay.
Go ahead.
I'll sing him something. Come here, Sebastian, and sit on my knee. I'm going to sing you a beautiful song about Christmas. Now listen to me. I'm a-dreaming of a white Christmas. I had a hard day today. Just like You know, Sebastian, I was a little boy like you. And I was a bad boy, too. I remember how my mother...
Look, Uncle Bud. Louie has gone to sleep.
Yes, your brother Louie always gets sleepy after dinner.
I wonder if we ought to pick him up and burp him.
No. Shh. Don't disturb him. He's dreaming.
Costello! Morning, Mother! Oh, dear, just look at you, Louie, on Christmas Eve, too. How did you get your clothes so muddy?
Oh, Ma, I was trying to pull a worm out of the ground.
What happened?
The worm pulled first.
I'll see who's at the door. You go wash your dirty face.
Oh, why can't I just cover the dirt up with powder like you do?
Merry Christmas, Why, it's the little Abbott boy and the Niles boy.
Yeah, we came over to stay with Louie tonight. Kenny Niles' teacher's pet. Is your father riding a bird tonight, Kenny?
Oh, Kenny's father riding a bird. Whatever gave you that idea?
I heard his mother say he was out on a bat last night.
Shame on you, Louie. Mrs. Costello, I'm no stool pigeon, remember?
What happened is a snitcher?
You shut your shutter.
It's a dirty snitcher.
And Louie came
Knock
over.
that off my shoulder.
I will
I'm only kidding.
I'll get around to you, Louie. Don't worry. Louie came over to my house and asked my mother to take off her shoes.
Louie?
Yes.
Why did you ask Mrs. Abbott to take off her shoes?
I heard you say she was getting crow's feet, and I wanted to see them. And they never flied an inch.
Oh. Now, you children, stop this arguing and get into bed immediately. And I don't want to hear another word out of you until morning. Now, good night.
Hey, let's not go to sleep, eh? Let's wait up for Santa Claus. What do you say?
Hey, listen to those sleigh bells. You must be Santa Claus. Look, he's parking up there on the top of the roof.
Hey, he drives like my old man. Look, he's getting ready to slide down the chimney.
Who built that fire in there?
I did. I wanted to see you make a nash of yourself.
Gee, Santa Claus, I hope you brought us some nice presents.
Only the boys who aren't listed in my big black book get presents. Louis Costello, I have a report I got from your school teacher.
Wait a minute. Do you have to read it now?
Yes, it says here that you painted all the blackboards red, you chopped off the legs of the chairs, you put a goat in the cloakroom, you filled the inkwells with glue, and you put frogs in all the lunch boxes.
Yeah.
What do you say to that?
None of us is perfect.
I'll get back to you later, Louis. Now, Buddy Abbott, what do you want for Christmas?
Well, Santa, my mother told me to ask you for a new slingshot.
Well, here it is. But why does your mother want you to have a slingshot?
So she can get her garters back.
You behave yourself, Louis.
Yes, ma'am.
What?
Yes, sir.
That's better.
You gotta be one or the other.
Now, Kenny Niles, it's your turn. Here's a beautiful present for you.
Oh, goody. It's just what I always wanted, a nice little tinker toy.
That's a great present for you, Niles. A little tinker toy for a big tinker.
All right, Kenny, you and Buddy Abbott run along to bed. I've got something to say to this little Costello boy.
All right, thanks for the present, Santa.
All
Good
right,
night.
Good night. Now, Louis Costello, let's see what else I have written in my big black book. Every naughty thing you've done is in this book.
If he ever turns to page 8, I'm cooked.
Aha! Page 8.
He hit it right on the head.
I see that a few years ago you flirted with a little girl in school. Is that true?
Uh-huh.
Did you give her your class pin?
What class pin? I was only 2 years old. I gave her the only pin I had.
Well, let's let the whole thing drop.
That's what happened.
That settles it, Louis. I'm afraid there's nothing I can leave you for Christmas.
Nothing? You mean just plain nothing?
That's right, Louis.
A great big nothing?
Yes, maybe someday when you've learned to behave yourself, I may come back again. Good night.
Nothing at all. Oh, I'm a bad boy. Nobody likes me anymore. Even Santa Claus can't even stand me. Those two snitches, Buddy Abbott and Ken Niles, they both got presents. But I got nothing. I'm going to write a note, and I'm going to run away from home. That's what I'm going to do. Dear Mom and Dad, when you read this, I will be 1,000 miles away. And don't try to find me because I'm not ever going to come back anymore. Maybe when I'm old, about 10 or 11 years old. And then after I make $1 million, everybody will be sorry that they were so mean to me, especially those two snitchers, Abbott and that Niles. Listen, everybody, please don't forget to feed my little pet skunk twice a week. There's a clothespin hanging by his cage. P.S. Mom, don't forget to let my turtle swim in a bathtub on Saturday nights. Please do this for me. Your loving son, Louis Costello.
Hey, look, Sebastian. Your brother Louis is still sleeping. The poor guy, he went to sleep thinking that nobody was coming to his party.
Yeah. Will he be surprised when he sees all the people? Come on in, everybody!
Merry Christmas! Come on, Costello. Wake up.
Wait a minute. What What's going on here?
We're all here for your party, Lou.
Connie Haynes. Oh, I'm glad you came. I've been waiting all year for you to sit up. Oh, boy, all year for you. Just to be Santa Claus for you. Come on, sit on my knee and I'll give you a big kiss.
But Santa Claus wouldn't do a thing like that.
That's the way they do it at the May Company. Boy, am I glad to see all you people. I had a terrible dream. I had a terrible dream that nobody cared about me anymore. Yeah. I was dreaming of a slight Christmas. I thought my friends had passed me by. Why, you know, Costello,
that you're one fellow that we all think ain't as high.
You are loved by both the kids and old folks, though you have whiskers on your jokes.
May your life be merry and bright, and may all our Christmases be.
Help me, Ma.
And now here are Bud Abbott and Lou Costello with the final word.
Thanks, Ken. Lou and I just want to wish everybody, everywhere, a very, very Merry Christmas.
That's right, folks. And this year, hang a war bond on your Christmas tree so that our boys can hang a sock on Hitler's jaw.
Good night, and a Merry Christmas, folks.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Get well quick, Betty. Get well quick, Betty.
The Abbott and Costello program, starring Bud Abbott and Lou Costello, brought to you by Camel, the cigarette of costly or properly aged tobaccos. The Abbott and Costello program, with the modern rhythm of Will Osborne's orchestra, Iris Adrian, our singing star Connie Haynes, and spotlighting that chunky, chubby little cherub who, when caught asking a neighbor lady to take her shoes off because his Uncle Artie Stebbins said she had crow's feet, calmly said,
I'm a bad boy.
Well, Costello, where have you been? Why weren't you here fixing up the house for the party tonight?
Oh, hey, Abbott, I had to get down to jail to get my landlady out. You know, Mrs. Satchel Puss?
Yeah.
I had to get her out on bail.
What do you mean?
She got arrested for shoplifting. They finally caught her.
I thought she was too smart to get caught.
Well, she made a mistake. She stole an alarm clock and hid it in her bustle.
Well, how did they catch her?
Her bustle went off at 7:15.
Look, never mind your landlady. Did you send out the invitations for the party?
Oh, yeah. I got them right here. Look what it says.
What does it
Lou
say?
Costello invites you to a Christmas party to be held at his home, B-A-P-O-B.
B-A-P-O-B?
Yep.
You mean R-S-V-P.
Oh, no, I mean B-A-P-O-B. Bring a pound of butter. Oh, boy, what a party I'm going to have. My Aunt May will bring her cranberry sauce. That's her specialty. Aunt Catherine will bring her plum pudding. That's her specialty. And Aunt Eva will bring her 14 children. That's a nice family.
Yeah. Never mind your relatives. Look, forget about your relatives for a minute, Lou.
Yeah.
Did you remember to get souvenirs for everybody?
Oh, souvenirs.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm having favors for the girls. At 12 o'clock, I'm going to turn the lights off.
Oh, yeah. Any favors for the men?
What do you call turning the lights off?
Look, Costello, who did you invite besides your relatives?
Oh, a lot of movie stars. And I invited Lana Turner. And she kissed me.
Lana Turner kissed you?
The smoke isn't coming out of my ears for nothing.
Look, Costello, how about the tree? Did you get a tree? Did you get a tree?
Oh, did I get a tree?
Yes.
I got the biggest Christmas tree you
Well,
ever
that's
saw.
swell.
I just got through putting it in the living room.
You did?
What a tree! It's 6 feet higher than the ceiling.
Well, it's a shame to have to cut the top off.
That's the way I felt about it, too.
Sure.
So I cut a hole in the ceiling.
You cut a hole in the ceiling of our living room?
Yeah, this will be the first Christmas we ever had a tree in our bathroom.
Talk sense. Look. What kind of a tree did you get? Is it a fir?
Oh, yes, it's one of those... What did you say?
I said, did you get a fir?
No, I got a tree.
Stop this silliness. I want to see your fur.
See my fur?
Certainly.
What am I, a silver fox?
No, you dummy. I'm not talking about fur, F-U-R. The fur I mean has an eye in it.
Oh, the fur has an eye in it?
Yes.
Just one eye?
Certainly there's just one eye in fur.
Must be I, J. Fox.
No, look. Please, stand still when I'm talking to you.
Yes, sir.
I'm talking about a fir tree.
Mm-hmm.
Now, will you quit talking about the fur with you in it? You doesn't belong in the kind of fur I'm talking about.
I doesn't belong in that kind of fur?
Oh, yes, I belongs in it, but you doesn't.
Well, why should you belong in fur if I doesn't?
I happen to look better in fur than you do. I'm prettier than you. I'm cuter than you. You bad boy.
No remarks.
You bad boy.
Never mind. I'm trying to find out what kind of a Christmas tree you got. Look, wait a minute. Here, I've got it. What kind of bark did it have?
What kind of bark?
Yes. Didn't you notice the tree's bark?
No, I have my earmuffs on.
No. Idiot. Bark.
Oh, bark.
Yes. No. Costello, the bark of the tree is the outer coat. Did the tree have a rough coat?
No, but the girl who sold it to me had on a smooth sweater.
No, look. And no time for singing, please. The bark is the coat.
Yeah.
You find on the trunk of a fir tree.
A tree has a trunk?
Oh, of course.
That must be where he keeps his coat and fur.
No, Costello, I'm going to try to explain it to you. Now,
you should, yeah.
all Christmas trees belong to the pine family.
Oh, no, they don't.
Oh,
this
yes.
Christmas tree belongs to me, brother.
No, wait a minute.
Let the Pine family get their own tree.
Forget the pine family, Costello. I don't think you know anything about trees.
Who don't?
You don't.
I do. I raise my own trees.
Did you seed them yourself?
Did I see them?
Yes, I asked you, did you seed your own trees?
Yes, I seed them every day. I seed them this morning. I seed them last night. You can come over and seed them anytime you want.
How can I seed them when you seeded them first?
Look, Abbott, what have I got in front of my house?
Trees.
Did you seed them?
No.
Did I seed them?
Yes.
In other words, you looked at my trees, but you didn't seed them.
That's right.
Let me smell your breath.
I don't know why I spent time with you. I was trying to tell you about the pine tree. We get tar from pine.
We get what?
Tar. Haven't you ever heard of pine tar?
No, but I heard of a tree tar.
Tree tar?
Yeah, clang, clang, clang went the tree tar. Clang, clang, clang went the tree tar.
As a Christmas present to her Camel fans, lovely Connie Haynes repeats the song she helped make so popular.
With my high starch collar and my high top shoes and my hair high up on my head, I went to lose a jolly hour upon the trolley and lost my heart instead. With his light brown derby and his bright green tie, he was quite the handsomest of men. I started to yen, so I counted to 10, then I counted to 10 again. Clang, clang, clang went the trolley. Ding, ding, ding went the bell. Zing, zing, zing went my heartstrings. For the moment I saw him, I fell. Chug, chug, chug went the motor. Bump, bump, bump went the brake. Thump, thump, thump went my heartstrings. When he smiled, I could feel the car shake. He tipped his hat and took a seat. He said he hoped he hadn't stepped upon my face. He asked my name, I held my breath. I couldn't speak because it scared me half to death. Buzz, buzz, buzz went the buzzer. Flop, flop, flop went the wheel. Stop, stop, stop went my heartstrings. As he started to leave, I took hold of his sleeve with my hand. was grand just to stand with his hand holding mine to the end of the
Thank you, Connie. I can't think of anything quite as pleasant as your voice, except perhaps the smoke of camels on my T-zone.
The T-zone. T for taste, T for throat.
The zone where smokers test the smoke of any cigarette.
Right. It's with his own T-zone that each smoker must judge a cigarette. How the first cigarette of the morning tastes on your tongue. How even the last cigarette of the day feels to your throat. Only your T-zone can tell. That's how millions of smokers, forced to try many different brands when cigarettes were scarce, learned how good a Camel is. And that's why more smokers prefer Camels today than ever before. C-A-M-E-L-S. For Camels are the choice of experience.
Costello, what did we have to come downtown for?
Oh, I gotta get some more spaghetti, Abbott, so I can finish trimming my Christmas tree. I couldn't find any tinsel this year, so I'm trimming a tree with spaghetti. And boy, does it look beautiful.
Oh, what's beautiful about trimming a tree with spaghetti?
Every time I plug it in, the meatballs light up.
There you go with that silliness again.
Hey, Abbott, look who's in the car. It's that movie actress, Betsy Mae Mucho. Hello, Miss Mucho.
Hello, boys.
Gee, I'm glad I saw you. I want to invite you to my Christmas party tonight, Miss Mucho.
Oh, I'm very sorry, but I have to go down to Los Angeles. I'm having a dinner party at the Ambassador Hotel.
The Ambassador Hotel.
Oh, sure, Abbott. You know where the Ambassador is. That's the home of the Cuckoo Nut Groove.
Oh, it's going to be a thrilling dinner.
Yeah.
We're going to have craw Louis and steamed clams.
Clams?
Yes. Don't you just adore clams?
No, I'd rather have a plate of fried oysters.
Well, I must be ski-dawdling along.
I beg your pardon?
I must be ski-dawdling along. Oh,
Well?
we the same.
So sometimes. I sure knock off those Spanish words, don't I?
Well, that's one turn down for your party.
I don't care, Rabbit. I don't care if she don't want to come.
Well.
Here comes my girlfriend Lena Genster. She'll come to my party tonight. She's madly in love with me.
Ah, there you are, you sawed-off Boris Karloff. Standing on street corners, flirting with girls.
I wasn't flirting with any girls, Lena. I'm saving myself for you.
Thanks, Fatso, for saving so much. I've got a bone to pick with you. I put some of that perfume you gave me on my hair.
Wait a minute. I think it has a nice golden tint. What is it, Chanel number 5?
No, Chemtone number 7. Roller and all.
You little worm.
Please, Lena, let's be friends. I'd never desert you. I'd stand by you. I'm as solid as the Rock of Gibraltar.
I can believe that. You're sticking out in the Mediterranean.
Look, Lena, don't talk like that. I was just going to ask you to come to my Christmas party tonight.
Are you kidding? I'm going out with Van Johnson tonight.
Oh, Van Johnson. You always talk about Van Johnson. Take away his blonde curly hair, and what do you got left?
I don't know, but you can deliver it to my house in the morning.
Goodbye. Well, there's number 2 that ain't going to come to my party
Hey,
tonight.
Costello, look. Isn't that Mrs. Niles getting off the streetcar?
Oh, hello, Mr. Abbott. Do you always stand on street corners leaning on a trash can? Oh, that's Costello. I didn't recognize him. He looks like the third day of the lost weekend.
You know, I wish you hadn't have said that, Mrs. Niles. I was going to thank you for that beautiful Christmas card I got this morning.
Oh, it really was nothing. It was merely a picture of me smiling.
I know it, but how did you get your teeth to spell out Merry Christmas?
Costello, please. Now stop that, or Mrs. Niles won't come to your party.
I wouldn't come to his party anyway. I always run around with younger people. It helps me to keep young. Oh, in fact, I dread to think of life at 70.
Why? What happened then?
Well, it looks like you're not going to have any party. That's the third turn down you've had.
I don't care, Abbott. Let's go home. I'm going to call up some of my other friends. I'll get somebody to come. Here, come on, let's grab this cab. Cabby, drive us to North Hollywood.
North Hollywood? What's the matter with Glendale?
There's nothing wrong with Glendale. I don't live there.
Oh, Glendale ain't good enough for you, huh? Go on, Costello. Say it. Glendale is a one-horse town.
Glendale ain't a one-horse town.
Oh, then why did I lose my job with the city street department? Go on. Go on, don't stand there. Say it. Tell people I'm not a citizen of Glendale. Go on, say I never even voted.
You voted. You voted. You voted.
3 times, huh? Go on, start a rumor. Tell everybody I got paid when I voted.
Melonhead, you didn't get a cent for voting.
Oh, the $6 they gave me was for a dog license. Oh, now I'm a dog, huh? Tell everybody I'm a dog. Throw me a piece of liver.
I wouldn't throw you my liver.
What's the matter with your liver?
All right, you tell me what's wrong with my liver.
Get a load of this punk. Now, he wants me to go to school for 4 years, study day and night to be a doctor, just so I can tell him what's wrong with his liver.
Melonhead, I don't want you to go to school.
Oh, you want me to be a moron like you?
Please, fellows, this is the Christmas season. Remember, peace on earth.
Yeah, Melonhead, why do you have to pick on me like this?
Yes, Melonhead. Haven't you ever heard of the expression, turn the other cheek?
Boys, you're right. I feel sorry for everything I said here tonight, and I'd like to turn the other cheek so I can feel the humility. Costello, will you please slap me?
You mean that?
Yes.
You mean... Oh, I slapped you before I should, didn't I?
That's all right. Go ahead, slap me.
Okay.
Now, slap the other cheek. Here.
Are you kidding?
No.
Yeah.
Thanks, Costello. You know, nobody would ever believe that Melonhead would turn the other cheek. Costello?
Yeah.
Will you please write down on this paper here that I did?
Oh, sure. I, Lou Costello, slapped Melonhead on both cheeks. There you are. I suppose you're going to show this to all your friends.
No. I'm going to show it to my lawyer. I'll sue you for assault. I'll sue you for battery. Get me a lawyer. Get me a judge and a jury. I'll fix you.
Get me out of here!
And now, back 25 centuries for the wisdom of Aesop.
Experience is the best teacher.
Yes, experience is the best teacher. When cigarettes were scarce, most smokers took what they could get. One day one brand, another day some other brand. What did that experience teach? Well,
Actions speak louder than words.
yes, actions speak louder than words. The actions of smokers today speak louder than any words about any cigarette. For after more experience with different brands than ever before, more smokers are asking for Camels than ever before.
C-A-M-E-L-S.
Camels are the choice, for experience is the best teacher.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse.
Well, Costello, it's 12 midnight. Not a soul has shown up for your party.
I can't understand it.
I don't know.
Nobody showed up for my party at all. I thought my girlfriend Lena would surely show up.
Yes. It's a shame that you aren't going to get to kiss her under the mistletoe.
The what?
The mistletoe. Didn't you ever kiss a girl under the mistletoe?
No, I always kiss him under the nose.
Well, it looks like nobody's going to kiss you tonight.
Yes, Abbott. All my friends have deserted me. I'm just a failure.
Ah, no, you're not, Costello. You're a big success.
No, Abbott, I'm just a complete flop.
No, you're not, Costello. You're a great guy. Now,
No, Abbott, I'm just a sawed-off, little, ugly-looking dope. Well, don't stand there. Argue with me.
Oh, stop this, Costello, please.
I'm going to bed, Abbott. Good night.
Wait a minute. Aren't you going to hang up your stocking?
No. Santa Claus won't even come here.
No, that's wrong, Costello. Santa Claus loves everybody.
He doesn't love me, Abbott. He don't. Santa Claus has never come to my house on Christmas since I was 7 years old. I was a smart-aleck little kid in those days, just like some boys and girls are today. I went around saying I didn't believe in Santa Claus. If a kid come up and said he believed in Santa Claus, I used to say, you're nothing but a sissy. There ain't no Santa Claus. That's your father. But now I realize how wrong I was. I want to tell all the little boys and girls what happened to me. Let's all be children again. Let me take you back to Christmas Eve some 20 years ago. I'd been out all day playing with my friends Chowderhead Abbott and skinny Niles. It was a beautiful Christmas Eve. Snow was falling, and you could see the lights on the Christmas trees and all the houses.
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones we used to know.
Louis Costello! Coming, Mother! Meow! Louis Costello, stop choking that cat. Meow! Meow!
I'm not choking it, Ma. I'm trying to get the money out.
Well, there's no money in that cat.
Oh, yes, there is. Last night when Pa was playing poker, I heard him say, everybody put money in a kitty.
Oh, that's Crosby, your father now.
No, that was kind of a sneaky knock. It's probably the Iceman.
Oh, never mind the door. I'll see who it is. You go wash your dirty face.
Oh, Ma, why can't I just go up and cover the dirt with powder like you do?
Merry Christmas, Costello. Merry Christmas.
Why,
Merry
it's the
Christmas.
little Abbott boy and the Niles boy.
We came over to tell you what Louis did. He came over to my house and asked my mother to bend her head down so he could see her horns.
You snitcher.
Why, Louis Costello, you naughty boy. Whatever made you think that Mrs. Abbott had horns?
I heard you say that when she got dressed up, she looked like the devil.
Yeah, that ain't all you did either, Miss Costello. Louis said my mother keeps a cat in the icebox.
Why, Mrs. Niles does not keep a cat in her icebox.
Then why does everybody say she's got a frozen puss?
You children stop this arguing, and Louis, you get ready for bed right away. Santa Claus will be coming along any minute now. Good night.
Gee, I can hardly wait till Santa Claus gets here.
Listen, Kenny. I hear sleigh bells.
Yeah, and I can hear him walking around on the roof. He's getting ready to come down the chimney.
Who built that fire in the fireplace?
I did.
But you realize that you gave me a hot foot?
That isn't the way I planned it.
Well, I'm sorry I'm late, boys, but I had to stop off at Betty Grable's house.
Why did you have to stop off there, Santa?
After spending a year up there in the cold north, he's got to thaw out someplace.
Quiet, Louis. Gee, Santa Claus, I hope you brung us kids some nice presents, huh?
Oh, yes, I did. I brought some nice presents for you, Buddy Abbott, and you, Kenny Niles. But as for you, Louis Costello, you've been a bad boy. You hear? A bad boy.
Santa Claus, did you have lamb chops for dinner?
I'll take care of you later, Louis. Here, Kenny and Buddy, here are your presents. Now run along home like good little boys.
Gee, thanks, Santa.
That's all
Good
right.
night, Santa.
Good night. Good night, boys. Good night. Now, Louis Costello, I want to show you all the black marks I've got down here against you in my book. Now, here's a report from your Sunday school teacher. She tells me you put fly paper in all the pews last Sunday, that you put a cat in the pipe organ, that you put Limburger cheese behind all the radiators, and then you put a cap from a Coca-Cola bottle in the collection box and took out 15-cent change. Now, what do you say to that?
I'm a busy little bee, ain't I?
Silence. You haven't heard the worst. I see that a few years ago you flirted with a little girl in school. Is that true?
I'm afraid it is.
And is it true that you gave her your class pin?
What class pin? I was only 2 years old. I gave her the only pin I had.
All right. Let the whole thing drop.
That's what happened.
And finally, Louis, the biggest black mark against you is that you've got a book under your mattress.
Yes, sir. Santa Claus, it's only a book about how to make tea the right color.
How to make tea the right color? What's the name of it?
Forever Amber.
Well, I guess that settles it, Louis. I'm afraid there's nothing I can leave you for Christmas.
Nothing? You mean just plain zero?
Yes, that's right, Louis. Maybe someday, when you've learned to behave yourself, I may come back again. Well, good night.
Gee, I guess I'm just the kind of a boy my mother don't want me to associate with. Nobody likes me. Even Santa Claus can't stand me. Buddy Abbott and Kenny Niles both got presents, but I didn't get nothing. I'm going to write a letter to my mom and my pop, and then I'm going to run away from here. Dear Mom and Pop, when you read this, I will be thousands of miles away. Don't ever look for me because you're not going to find me. I'm never coming back. Maybe someday when I'm old, about 11 or 12. After I make $1 million, I'll come home and I'll buy a nice new dress, Mom, and I'll give Pop a new pair of overalls. That's what he calls his happy clothes. Please take the fleas out of my flea circus and put them back on the dogs so they won't get homesick. And don't forget to feed my little pet skunk twice a day. There's a clothespin hanging by his cage. I love you, Mom and Pop, but this is the best way out. Your loving son, Louis Costello. Boys and girls, that happened over 20 years ago, and Santa Claus has never come back to see me to this day. Please, kiddies, take a lesson from me and be good boys and girls, so that next Monday night, Christmas Eve, you won't be waiting for Santa Claus that didn't come like I've been waiting for all these years.
Oh, come, Lou. I guess we'd better go to bed.
Well, look! See Abbott! It's Lena and Connie Haynes, and it's Melonhead and Ken Niles. Oh, boy! You all came to my party.
Yes, and I'm here too, Louis.
Santa Claus! You finally came, and you even brought your horse with you.
What horse? It's me.
Pardon me, Mrs. Niles. Gee, I didn't dream that anything like this was going to happen. I thought that nobody cared about me anymore. I was dreaming of a sly Christmas. I thought my friends had passed me by.
Why, you know, Costello,
That you're one fellow that we all think is high.
You are loved by both the kids and old folks, though you have whiskers on your jokes. May your life be merry and bright,
And may all your Christmases be. Help me, Mrs. Niles.
We'll be back for Camel Cigarettes in just a moment. And now this week's salute in the new series of salutes to the men who won the victory.
Tonight we salute the 66th, the Black Panther Division, heroes of L'Alliance, Saint-Nazaire, and the Army of Occupation. In your honor, men of the Black Panther Division, the makers of camels are sending to other servicemen still overseas 500,000 Camel cigarettes.
Each of the two Camel radio shows thus honors the different units of the Army, Navy, Marines, and Coast Guard, a total of 1 million Camels sent free each week. Camel broadcasts go out to the United States twice a week, are rebroadcast to practically every area in the world where our men are stationed, and to our good neighbors in Central and South America. And now, here are Bud and Lou with the final word.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, wait a minute, Abbott. Hey, Abbott, wait a minute. I don't see that guy here that always yells, No, not that. You know,
Down here, Costello. I didn't want to spoil the Christmas spirit on your show tonight.
Oh, that's awfully sweet of you.
I also want to thank you for that lovely present you sent me. That's the best game I ever played.
Game? I didn't send you any game. I sent you an autographed picture of myself.
How do you like that? My wife and I sat up all night trying to pin a tail on it.
Good night, folks. A Merry Christmas to everybody.
Yes, Merry Christmas to everybody. And don't forget to buy another Victory Bond at your local theater. Merry Christmas to everybody in Patterson, New Jersey.
Be sure to tune in next week for another great Abbott and Costello show brought to you by Camel Cigarettes. And remember, try Camels in your T-zone. See if they don't suit your taste, your throat, to a T.
Just 4 more days till Christmas. Are there still any blanks on your gift list? If you know a pipe smoker, here's a grand answer. The colorful Christmas tin of Prince Albert tobacco. It holds a full pound, 400 pipefuls of the world's most popular pipe tobacco. The tobacco that's crimp cut for slow, cool burning. The tobacco that's processed to remove bite and sting before it's packed. And you won't have to shop around for that present. You'll find the Christmas tin of Prince Albert most everywhere tobacco is sold. And be sure on Saturday night to tune in the great Prince Albert radio show, Grand Ole Opry, coast to coast on NBC.
The Abbott and Costello show for Camel Cigarettes will be back at this very same time next week. Don't miss it. This is Ken Niles in Hollywood, wishing you all a pleasant good night. This is the National Broadcasting Company.
Hey, Abbott, what time is it? It's time for the Abbott and Costello Show. We're on the air for ABC here in Hollywood. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go with the Abbott and Costello Show.
It's the new transcribed Abbott and Costello show with their new singing discovery, Susan Miller and Matty Malnick's orchestra. So hold on to your chairs, folks, for here they are, Bud Abbott and Lou Costello.
All right, Costello. Look at you. You're all messed up. Where have you been?
Well, I was doing some last-minute shopping. I bought a dress for our maid. The sales lady asked me to slip it on for size. And before I could get it off, I was dancing with 3 sailors at the Palladium.
Doug, did you remember to get that clock for our producer?
Yeah, I got him a dandy clock.
Cuckoo?
Yeah, he's a little nuts.
No. Never mind that. Did you get that box of artificial snow?
What's your language, Abbott? Artificial snow? In California, we call that stuff Miami mist.
Did you find out what the rest of the people on the show wanted, Lou?
Yes. Our announcer wants a pipe, a leather jacket, and a gallon of gin. But he says he won't be mad if you don't get the pipe and the leather jacket.
Did you get the presents for Matty Malnick like I told you to?
Oh, yeah. I got the 5 girls waiting out in the hall.
Girls? I told you to get 5 shirts for Malnick.
Oh, I thought you said skirts.
Now, what would Matty do with 5 girls?
Don't mind him, folks. He's getting a pogo stick for Christmas. And I also got some mistletoe.
You don't even know what mistletoe is.
I do so.
All right. What is it, a vine or a plant?
It's an excuse.
Will you please talk sense, Lou? I hope you didn't drag that little fat kid that lives next door to you down to the store to see Santa Claus.
Oh, yes. And with those crowds awful, that poor little fat kid got squashed in between Sidney Greenstreet and Kate Smith.
Where is he now?
He's got a job with the circus. He's the tallest, skinniest 6-year-old boy in the world.
Keep quiet, Costello, will you? That's enough from you. Give my friend here a chance at the microphone.
Abbot and Costello fans, if you'd like to shoot off to musical heaven, do it with the Bing Crosby. Yes, later tonight on the Bing Crosby Show, the groaner will salute the Yuletide with his favorite seasonal songs, sung your favorite way. And in addition to the musical portion of the show, you'll hear Bing's presentation of a moving and tender Christmas drama. This great Bing Crosby Show is definitely a must for Christmas Eve listening. So be sure to hear it on ABC tonight at 10 in the East, at 9 elsewhere in the nation. Next week, New Year's Eve, there'll be a new addition to ABC's great Wednesday night lineup. It's the Tony Martin Show featuring Alan Long with Evelyn Knight, the Victor Young Orchestra, and the Jeff Alexander Chorus and Jimmy Wallington. Remember, hear the Bing Crosby Christmas Show tonight, and next Wednesday night, the Star Theater presents the Tony Martin Show.
Well, Costello, it's Christmas Eve. I understand you played Santa Claus on the Vox Pop show at our youth foundation.
Yes, I stuffed a feather pillow under my Santa Claus suit, just like you told me, and some little kid with sharp fingernails poked me in the stomach.
What happened?
I snowed on him for 10 minutes. Then when I was going upstairs, another kid hit me in the escalator with a lollipop.
No, you mean escalator. An escalator is a kisser.
That's where he hit me. Then Warren, Hull, and me trimmed the Christmas tree with spaghetti and meatballs.
You idiot! You trimmed a Christmas tree with spaghetti?
Yeah, and it sure was pretty. When we plugged it in, you should have seen those meatballs light up.
Yeah, please talk sense.
Those kids at the foundation remind me of the days when I was a kid, Abbott. I never had any money for Christmas. When I wanted money, I used to go out and wrestle the organ grinder's monkey for his penny.
That's terrible.
You're telling me I only won once in 7 years.
Well, things are different now. Now, Costello, my pal.
Oh, sure.
What did you get for Buddy Abbott, your dear friend?
Oh, Abbott, you are my dear friend.
Sure.
And nothing is too good for you.
Thanks, pal.
And nothing is what you're going to get.
You mean you haven't bought my present yet?
Oh, yes, I bought you an incense burner and a mirror.
What can I do with an incense burner?
You can burn punk in it.
Where am I going to find the punk?
That's where the mirror comes in.
That's a fine way to talk after the wonderful presents the gang gave you last year.
Wonderful present?
Yes.
You gave me a mustache cup, and I ain't got no mustache. The announcer gave me an automobile horn, and I ain't got no car. And Susan Miller gave me a cane-bottom chair. It's a good thing I got an end table.
Costello, you're getting more stupid every day. How do you manage to increase your ignorance?
I put on extra help over the holidays. Hey, Abbott, you know I was over to my Uncle Mike's farm putting up Christmas decorations? I even hung jingle bells on the cows.
Where did you hang them? On their own?
Well, I ain't saying, Abbott, but tomorrow morning when Uncle Mike milks those cows, he's going to be a Swiss bell ringer.
Costello, don't you miss not being home for Christmas?
Yeah, good old Patterson, New Jersey. The biggest town in the country. I got a Christmas card from my mother in Patterson.
From your mom?
Yeah.
What did she say?
I'll read it. Dear son Louis, it is Christmas time again, and I sure miss you. Last night I sat for 3 hours looking at your vacant chair. Ain't that touching?
That's beautiful. Read the rest of it.
Then I went out to see your latest moving picture. I should have stayed home and looked at your vacant chair. There will always be a light burning for you in the window. P.S. I'm enclosing the electric bill.
Merry Christmas, Mr. Costello. I just saw your picture, The Wistful Widow of Wagandap, and you were wonderful, simply wonderful.
Where did you see it?
I was standing in the lobby of the theater, and I watched the picture through a popcorn machine.
Oh, through a popcorn machine.
Yes, and you'd be surprised how much better you look with a little butter and a pinch of salt.
That was Abbott's nephew, folks.
Let him alone, Lou. He's dying to be an actor.
Well, he got his wish. He just died with that last joke.
Hello, boys.
Well, it's Susan Miller.
It's lucky you happened along, Susan. Costello don't know what to get his Aunt May for Christmas.
Well, maybe I can help you, Costello. Why don't you get her one of those new facial kits?
One of those what?
Costello, Susan is suggesting that you buy Aunt May a kit.
Why should I buy her a kit? Maybe someday she might have kits of her own.
Oh, Costello. Costello, you tickle me.
You tickle me first. I'm bashful.
Why don't you listen to Susan's suggestion? Come on.
Costello, now how about something for your Aunt May's hair? Does she have a snood?
Certainly she's got a snoot.
Well, is it a short snood that hangs down over her back?
No, it's a long snoot that hangs down over her chin.
No, Susan is trying to find out how she does her hair. Does she pile it up on top of her head, or does she drop it down on her neck?
She hangs it up in the closet.
Oh, look, Costello. Does your Aunt May wear her hair off her face?
No, it takes too long to wear it off. She has to pull it out with tweezers.
Susan, Costello's Aunt May is short and fat, just like him.
How much does your Aunt May weigh?
260 pounds with her girdle on.
Well, how much does she weigh with it off?
She's never been able to get it off.
Oh, forget about your Aunt May, Costello. What did you get me for Christmas?
Well, I'll give you a guess. It comes in a box, you wear it on your finger, and it shines.
What do you know? Nail polish again. So long, Fatso.
You can't treat Susan that way. She's a very vain girl. For Christmas, you should get her something that will appeal to her vanity.
Okay, I'll get her a feather duster for her bedroom.
Will that appeal to her?
No, but it will tickle her vanity.
Costello, is that any way to talk on Christmas Eve?
Oh, I'm glad you reminded me, Abbott. All the kids all over the country are waiting for me to tell them a Christmas story. Now, once upon a time...
What is the story about?
It's about 2 pages long.
Oh.
Look, I don't need no help from you, Abbott, so don't interrupt me while I'm telling it. Now, keep your mouth shut. Why don't you take a walk through the park and show the squirrels what a real nut looks like?
Ah, here. Go ahead. Tell your story.
Now, Scrooge was waiting in his office for his old partner, Marley. But Marley didn't show up. He had a broadcast.
Marley had a broadcast?
Yes. Didn't you ever hear Fibber McGee and Marley?
No. I happen to know the story, Costello, and Marley was not Fibber's partner. He was Scrooge's partner.
Oh, I know that. They were partners for years, like Burns and Durante, Lum and Amos, and Hope and Costello.
Now, wait a minute. Costello, you've got that all mixed up.
Believe me, it's better that way.
Oh. Hope and Costello. Costello, you've been working with me for 10 years.
Wait till Hope hears about this.
Your dummy Hope has been using Kelowna for years.
He must smell pretty good by now. You know, I sprinkle that stuff on myself. I use the imported kind.
Machiavelli?
No, just a little dab behind each ear.
You idiot. You started to tell the story of Scrooge. Now, you've got Scrooge in the office. Now, continue.
Well, one day, Scrooge's nephew came over to the office and said,
Merry Christmas, Uncle Scrooge. Why don't you come over to my house for Christmas dinner?
Scrooge got mad. He grabbed his nephew by the neck and threw him out into the snow. And the nephew started crying.
Please, Uncle Scrooge. It's cold out here in the snow. I'm freezing. I've got no shoes.
Scrooge opened the window and laughed. If you're cold, take this match and give yourself a hot foot. Then the nephew said,
Please, Uncle Scrooge, let me in.
And Scrooge laughed. And the nephew cried, no, hi. And then Scrooge laughed. Low. And then the nephew cried.
Wait a minute, Costello. Wait a minute. What are you doing?
I'm acting, Abbott. If my mother hadn't cut my curls off when I was a baby, I'd have been another Bette Davis.
Shame on you, Costello, to come out here on a Christmas Eve and take a beautiful story like Dickens' Christmas carols and twist it into an inane, senseless conglomeration of gibberish. Tell me, why do you do these things?
Oh, I'm a bad boy.
Abbott and Costello will be back with more of their antics in just a moment. But first, listen to this.
Let me tell you a bit more about the Tony Martin Show, which will follow Bing Crosby in ABC's great lineup of shows next Wednesday night and every Wednesday night thereafter. For wonderful music, there will be songs by Tony Martin, plus beautiful melodic interpretations by lovely Evelyn Knight, with the Victor Young Orchestra and the Jeff Alexander Chorus. In the comedy department, you'll roar over the hilarious antics of Alan Young as he jumps from one riotous predicament to another. Yes, the Tony Martin Show, featuring Alan Young with Evelyn Knight, the Victor Young Orchestra, the Jeff Alexander Chorus, and Jimmy Wallington, is a welcome addition to the great lineup of shows heard over most ABC stations Wednesday night. Vox Pop, Mayor of the Town, starring Lionel Barrymore, Abbot and Costello, Bing Crosby, and another newcomer to the lineup, the Groucho Marx Show. For wonderful Yuletide listening later tonight, be sure not to miss the Bing Crosby Christmas Show. And now back to ABC's Abbot and Costello Show.
And now here is vivacious Susan Miller with Matty Malnick and his orchestra.
Sleigh bells ring, are you listening? In the lane, snows are glistening. A beautiful sight, we're happy tonight, walking in a winter wonderland. Gone away is the bluebird, here to stay is a new bird. He sings a love song as we go along, walking in a winter wonderland. In the meadow we can build a snowman, then pretend that he is Parson Brown. He'll say, are you married? We'll say, no, man, but you can do the job when you're in town. Later on, we'll conspire as we dream by the fire to face unafraid the plans that we've made, walking in a winter wonderland. In the meadow, we can build a snowman, then pretend that he is Parson Brown. He'll say, are you married? We'll say, no, man, but you can do the job when you're in town. Later on, we'll conspire as we're sitting in front of a fire, face unafraid, the plans that we've made, walking in a winter wonderland. To face unafraid, the plans that we've made, walking in a winter wonderland.
Costello, who dragged that tree in here?
I did. That's our Christmas tree.
You dummy, that's not a Christmas tree. That's an orange tree.
I wondered why the ornaments were so juicy.
Costello, isn't your mother going to hang your stocking on the fireplace?
I told her not to. Last year she hung my stockings upside down. And Christmas morning I had a terrible headache.
Oh, wait a minute. How could hanging your stocking upside down give you a headache?
She forgot to take me out of them.
Talk sense, please. All our friends will be here soon for our Christmas party. Now, better light a fire in the fireplace. Here, throw this gasoline on the log to start it.
Nothing doing. I ain't throwing no gasoline in the fireplace. My brother did that once.
What happened?
Haven't you read his book, 30 Seconds Over Tokyo?
Well, I hope you got presents for everybody.
Oh, sure. I even got my sister's baby a toy rhinoceros.
Rhinoceros? You can't even spell rhinoceros.
So what? Show me a rhinoceros that can spell Costello.
What else did you get the baby?
An electric Indian blanket.
Now, wait a minute. What good is an electric Indian blanket for a baby?
Well, if he kicks at night, it sends up smoke signals.
What did you get your nephew Bobby?
Something to help him in his geography class. One of those statistical graphs that indicate topographical elevations and depressions according to the longitudinal and latitudinal hemispheric zones.
You mean map?
Isn't it funny? I can never think of that word. Did I say something wrong?
No. Costello, what did you do with that present I gave you last year?
It's in the cellar, Abbott. I don't like those electric lawnmowers.
Lawnmowers? You idiot, that was an electric razor.
No wonder it took me 3 months to mow the front lawn.
Well, never mind that. Did you send out all the party invitations?
Sure. I even sent one to my cousin Vincent Varello, the famous builder.
Vincent Varello? What did he ever build?
A tunnel through the mountains to Glendale. Now, instead of taking an hour, people can get to Glendale in 5 minutes.
That's good.
What's good about it? You still can't get nobody to go to Glendale.
What else did he build?
Huh?
What else did he build?
Well, he's building some of those new, well-built California apartment houses. He started on it yesterday.
When will it be finished with?
Thursday.
We started a California apartment house on Tuesday, and it will be finished Thursday.
Yeah, the reason it took so long, the men won't work on Christmas. He's only going to rent to veterans. Each apartment is $175 a month.
Costello, what veteran can afford to pay rent of $175 a month?
General Myers.
Well, never mind that. What other relatives did you invite here for Christmas?
My Uncle Jim Kelly, the famous farrier. He's the guy that crossed a beaver with a kangaroo and a chimpanzee.
How did it work out?
He now has fur coats with pockets that hang themselves in the closet.
Now, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, my Uncle Jim is also working on another experiment. He's breeding a Plymouth Rock hens with clay pigeons.
What for?
To get chickens who can lay bricks.
There's the mailman, Costello. Let him in.
Merry Christmas, Costello. Got a lot of packages here for you. They're all from movie stars.
Now, how do you know?
Well, when you've been delivering packages as long as I have, you can tell by the smell who they're from.
Oh, you can? By the smell?
Yeah. Now, what have you been smelling lately? Let me know that. Oh, now you take this one.
You take it. I've smelled enough of that. Can you take that letter? I don't want it.
Wait a minute. Let's find out if he's telling the truth. What is that?
This here package is from Lina Turner. Now, this one is from Hedy Lamar. And this one, well, what do you know? You got one from Trigger.
Anything for me, mailman?
No, nothing for you. But here's a bottle of perfume somebody sent your wife. The directions say put one drop behind each ear before leaving the house.
Abbott, 3 drops and your wife will be ready to go out.
Costello, my wife hasn't got 3 ears. I should know. I kiss her behind the ear every morning.
You've got to. That's where her lips are.
Mr. Abbott, I hear your wife is going to have her face lifted.
Oh, the doctor did lift her face.
Yes, and when he saw what was underneath, he dropped it again.
Never mind that, Costello. This is Christmas Eve. Give the mailman an eggnog.
Oh, thanks. And put a little bourbon in it.
Why?
Well, the eggnog gives me strength.
And the bourbon?
That gives me an idea what to do with the strength.
Merry Christmas. What a wonderful night Christmas is, Costello, don't you think?
Yes.
Think of it. All over the world, people are trimming Christmas trees.
I can just see them.
Yep.
In France, I see an old man. He's trimming a Christmas tree. In Belgium, I see a gang of kids. They're trimming a Christmas tree. In Pismo Beach, I see a boy and a girl. Well, everybody can't be trimming Christmas trees.
Costello, you look tired. Why don't you run upstairs and take a nap till the crowd gets here?
I'm scared to go upstairs, Abbott. Last night I was up there all alone, and I thought I heard a girl's voice coming from the hall. I was afraid to look.
Why?
I was afraid nobody would be there.
There you go, talking about girls again.
Why not? I've been going with girls since I was in the 3rd grade.
3rd grade? How could you have known anything about girls at that age?
I was 19.
Take a nap, and I'll put the tinsel on the tree. Say, by the way, where did you get this tinsel?
At the 5 and 10 cent store. And while we're trimming a tree, Abbott, put that red and green traffic light on top.
Costello, where did you steal that traffic light?
At the corner of Hollywood and Vine.
Wasn't anybody watching?
Don't be silly. Who watches traffic lights in California? Well, Abbott, I think I'll take a nap in the bookcase.
Why don't you lie down on the bed?
I can't. It's full of books.
Oh, all right. It's kind of chilly in here. Better put on your pajama tops.
What?
Your tops.
Abbott, you're pretty nice yourself. Well, I'll take a little nap now. I think I'll go in the kitchen and sleep in the bread box.
No, you dummy. The bread box is full of crumbs.
Abbott, what is your family doing in my bread box?
Lay down on the sofa and go to sleep.
Okay. Good night, Abbott.
Good night.
Wake me up if anybody comes. I'm so sleepy. Abbott, I don't think nobody is coming to our party. I'll put on my Santa Claus suit. We'll hop in my sleigh and drive over to Susan Miller's house. Gee, I can't wait to climb down her chimney. I'll get the sleigh and hitch up my fog deer.
That's reindeer.
That's fog deer. This is California. Who's that fat guy with the white whiskers and the red suit coming over here?
Well, well, boys, Merry Christmas. I'm Santa Claus.
Gee, Abbott, that's Santa Claus. Look at his reindeer. Dancer, Prancer, Dunder, Blitzen, and Wyszynski.
Wait a minute. How did Wyszynski get in there with Santa Claus's reindeer?
He figures if Santa Claus is giving anything away, he's going to see that Russia gets hers. Santa Claus, would you like to hear me recite my Christmas poem?
Why, go right ahead, young feller.
It was the night before Christmas, and all through the house, not a creature was stirring, not even a cockroach.
Hey, wait a minute. That's not cockroach. That's mouse. You don't know your poem.
You don't know my house.
Quiet, Costello. Santa Claus, have you got a present for Costello?
Well, Costello, I'm sorry. I can't give you a present this year, but being that you're here on the roof of Susan Miller's house wearing a Santa Claus suit, I'm going to let you deliver her present. Here.
Gee, thanks, Santa Claus.
Well, goodbye, and a merry
Christmas.
Thanks. I can never remember that word.
Gee, that Santa Claus is a nice guy. Come on, Abbott. Let's slide down the chimney and put Susan's present under her tree.
Okay, here we go.
Be careful now, Abbott. It's awful dark in here, and we got to feel our way into the den where the Christmas tree is.
No, I can't see a thing. How do we get into the den?
Well, you can go through the door on the left or through the door on the right. Or through the wall.
Here comes Susan.
Hello, boys. What are you doing here? I thought you were having a big Christmas Eve party at your house.
I was, Susan. I invited everybody, but nobody showed up. I guess nobody loves me anymore. Santa Claus didn't even have a present for me. All year long, I've been mean to people. I guess I brought it all on myself, and I didn't mean to hurt nobody, and I'm always in trouble.
Hey, Costello, come on. Wake up. The folks are here.
Huh? Ooh. Hey, look at it. Everybody came to my party. Boy, am I glad to see all you people. I had a terrible dream. I dreamed that nobody cared about me anymore. I was dreaming of a slight Christmas. I thought my friends had passed me by. Why, you know, Costello,
that you're one fella that we all think is aces high. You're loved by both the kids and old folks, though you have whiskers on your jaw. May your life be merry and bright,
and may all your Christmases be help me, Abbott!
We'll be back in a few seconds, folks, but first we want you to hear this.
You Abbott and Costello fans enjoy a good laugh, so you'll be interested in the laugh show that'll follow Bud and Lou next week, the Groucho Marx Show. Groucho is one of radio's funniest ad-libbers, if not the funniest, and this program shows him off at his hilarious best. It's an audience participation question and answer program that leaves the great comedian free to ad-lib at will, or any other contestant facing him. Yes, for plenty of laughs next week, you'll want to hear the riotous Groucho Marx show following Abbott and Costello in ABC's wonderful lineup of Wednesday night shows. Next week, too, we'll present another newcomer to the lineup, heard over most of these ABC stations, the Tony Martin Show. That's next week. But tonight, don't miss the great Bing Crosby Christmas show. And stay tuned after tonight's Abbott and Costello program, for coming up next is radio's brightest new comic, Jack Parr. And now back for a final word from ABC's Abbott and Costello show.
Here are Abbott and Costello with a final word.
Well, Costello, it's time to wish everybody a Merry Christmas.
Yes, and we want to thank all our friends for listening, and thanks for all the letters you're sending in for our Saturday morning kid show.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas to everyone in Patterson, New Jersey, and all over the world. Merry Christmas.
Wednesday night at this time for another great Abbott and Costello show, produced and transcribed in Hollywood by Charles Vanda, featuring Susan Miller and Matty Malnick's orchestra. This is Michael Roy saying goodbye until the same time next Wednesday.
And this is ABC, the American Broadcasting Company.
Hey, Abbott, what time is it? It's 8 o'clock, Costello. We're on the air for PBQ Gasoline, here in Hollywood. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go with the Abbott and Costello show.
It's the new transcribed Abbott and Costello show with their new singing discovery, Susan Miller and Matty Malnick's orchestra. So hold on to your chairs, folks, for here they are, Bud Abbott and Lou Costello.
Well, here I am, Costello. What are you so happy about?
Well, it's wonderful here in California, Abbott. The sun is shining, the flowers in their buds, the bees in their honey, the cats in their honey.
Wait a minute, Costello. Cats don't have any honey.
No? Then why does our cat stay out until 4 o'clock every morning?
Look, never mind that. What are you doing with that knife and that gun stuck in your belt?
Abbott, all California drivers carry a knife and gun. What for? So they can shoot up one street and cut down the other.
Well, you better drive carefully tonight because it's New Year's Eve, and the streets are very crowded.
You're telling me? Coming down here, a girl, she blew a horn right in my ear.
So what?
Took me 2 years to get it out. Our whole family is going to stay up until midnight, Abbott.
To welcome in the New Year?
No. None of them have worked in a year and a half, and they want to hear what a factory whistle sounds like.
Well, I suppose they'll all be celebrating tonight.
Oh, indeed. All but my Uncle Mike. Aunt May made him sign the pledge. It was as easy as a twist of the wrist.
How did she do it?
She twisted his wrist. Hey, Abbott, what have you got in that big bottle?
Champagne. That's Mum's.
Oh, that champagne is Mum's?
Certainly.
Brother, will your mum be loaded tonight?
No, Costello. It's Mum's champagne. That's the best kind. When you open the cork, pop.
The champagne is Mum, and the cork pops? That's right. That's a pretty picture. Mum gets all the champagne, and Pop winds up with the cork.
Why didn't you come to my house tonight, Costello?
Not me, Abbott. I remember your party last year. What games we played? Drawing pictures, and then...
Hey, wait a minute. Remember how I drew a picture of a taxi cab on the wall?
Yeah, and at 4 o'clock, we all got in it and drove home?
Look, will you keep quiet, Costello? That's enough from you. Give my friend here a chance at the microphone.
I'd like to bring you greetings and best wishes, too, from some men you ought to know. There's Jim Anderson up in San Francisco, George Clay, Los Angeles, Daniel Brenning in Walnut, California, and A.W. Thornton out in Ontario. And then, too, there's Hermengeldo Apodaco in Cucamonga and another Los Angeles man, Everett L. Miller. Who are they? Well, they're some of the new PDQ independent dealers, some automotive experts, men who operate their own filling stations, who've decided that PDQ has the quality, the reputation, and the value they insist on giving their customers. That's why these new PDQ dealers, like so many before them, have decided to stake their personal business success on the PDQ name. We're proud to welcome these men into the PDQ family. More and more independent dealers are selecting PDQ as the gasoline to sell. For these men know that what's good for your car is good for their business. And they know that motorists get more for their money when they fill up with PDQ. And now, Abbott and Costello.
Costello, put that gun down. What's the idea of bringing that gun into the studio?
Oh, that ain't a real revolver, Abbott. It's a cigarette lighter. I'll show you how it works. I'll put the cigar in my mouth, and when I pull the trigger, it will light my cigar.
Now, you'd better be careful. That's a pretty short cigar. Watch out for your nose.
Don't worry. Oh, well, things don't smell too good around here anyway.
Talk sense. What's the idea of having that big piece of mistletoe pin on your hat? Christmas is through.
Yes, but I ain't.
Yeah. You idiot. The old year passes out in just a few hours.
And you'll be far behind it.
Oh, cut that out.
Last year, you beat it by 8 lengths.
Costello, what's that you've got on your hand?
It's a New Year's card from Fibber McGee.
What does it say?
I don't know. You have to wax it 3 times a day for 3 months before the message comes out. That's it? Oh, continue. Thank you. What are you made up for, Abbott? What's that thing you're wearing?
Oh, it's a sport coat my wife gave me for Christmas.
I thought it was a little too short for a bathrobe.
You don't guard yourself. You look tired, Lou.
I am tired. The bus was so crowded I had to stand up all the way into Hollywood.
You did?
Yes, my legs got so numb I had to pinch them to see if they were mine.
Is that so?
Yep, my case comes up tomorrow.
Well, that's no excuse for being late. Costello, what takes you so long to get here every week? What do you do in the morning?
Oh, Abbott, I'm a busy man. I'll give you a brief outline of a day in the life of Lou Costello. At 6 o'clock, my alarm clock rings. I jump up and shut it off. I said I shut it off. I said I shut it off! Abbott, I know we're trying to keep down the budget on the show, but I think we could afford a better alarm clock.
Never mind. Go ahead.
Quietly, I open the door of my room. Quickly, I close it, come back in the room.
What happened?
I forgot to dress. After I finished dressing, I opened the door again.
Hey, what's the idea of all those locks and bolts on the door?
I can't be too careful, Abbott. There's a gorgeous red-headed bubble dancer lives across the hall from me.
And you put all those locks and bolts on your door?
No, she did.
Oh, continue. Go ahead.
Well, I don't want to disturb anybody, so I tiptoed down the hall. I'm wearing my heavy underwear, you know. Now I sneak down the back stairs.
What happened?
There's no back stairs. I step outside into a typically beautiful California day. I forgot, there was a slight fog.
All right, then what did you do?
I stroll leisurely down the street, tipping my hat to the left and right. I pick up about $8 that way every morning.
Costello, you'd make a perfect mate for an idiot.
Thanks, Abbott, but you'll have to ask my mother first.
Costello, are you going to turn over a new leaf this year?
After this year, I won't say any more nasty things behind your back.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that.
Hereafter, I'm going to say them right to your face. And another thing, I'm giving up drinking hard liquor.
You dummy, you don't drink hard liquor.
I know, that's what makes it easy to give it up.
Hello, boys.
Well, it's Susan Miller.
Susan. How are you? You look
fine.
lovely tonight. Would you give me a kiss?
Well, I might give you a good, innocent kiss.
A what?
A good, innocent kiss? Don't you know what good, innocent kisses are?
No. What good are they? Well, never mind that. Why don't you take Susan to the Rose Bowl tomorrow, Costello? Come on.
Oh, no, thanks.
Oh, all right. Don't go to the game with me. That's no way to talk, Costello. After all, they only hold the Rose Bowl game one day a year. Yes, and I found out why. Why? It takes the other 364 days to get home.
Oh, it isn't that crowded, Louis.
Oh, no. 2 years ago, the people were packed in so tight that the girl next to me fainted. I picked her up in my arms and started for the exit. Yes? Yes. 2 first aid men rushed over to me and said, "We'll take her." I said, "Oh, no, you don't. There's more in there. Go in and get your own." Well, see what you've done? She'll never go with you, Tom. Well, I'm going alone anyway, Abbott. I wouldn't miss that Rose Bowl game for anything. You know, my whole family are football players. They are? Oh, sure. My oldest brother was a fullback, and my youngest brother was a tackle. And when I was born, my mother looked at me and said, "Pop, this is the end." Costello, I don't think you ever played football. Oh, no? I was captain of the Cucamonga Washwomen. We were a scrub team. That must have been some football team. I'll say it was. We had the cutest little redhead cheerleader. Every Saturday when the game started, I would grab that little cheerleader and run down the field. Grab the cheerleader? Yeah. You're supposed to grab the ball. You grab what you like, and I'll grab what I like. Costello, I'll ask you a few questions about football. Now, what team has the best line? Michigan. All right. Who has the best offensive? Theo Plenty. No. Who has the best offensive? Georgia Tech. And who has the best back? Eddie Lamar. Costello, pay attention. Now, let's say you're in a game. The opening gun is fired, and the fullback kicks off. What do? I put on my Dick Tracy badge and grab the guy who fired the gun. What for? You just said that some guy fired a gun and the fullback kicked off. I know a murder when I see one. I'll forget him. Now, the team springs into action. The captain fades back to make a pass. That's a pretty sight. One of his best friends just kicked off, and this guy starts a crap game. No. Please pay attention. Now they're in formation. The ball is snapped from center, and the quarterback makes a hole in the left guard. This is terrible. First, the fullback kicks off. Now somebody put a hole through the left guard. Abbott, call the FBI. Get the Lone Ranger. Get Jane Russell. What do you want with Jane Russell? You get her. I'll think of something. Costello, keep your mind on the football game now. Now the halfback tries a line plunge and loses 2 feet. And I suppose nobody worries about that either. Certainly not. What's 2 feet to the halfback? Well, I guess if he had to, he could run through the rest of the game on his knees. Don't worry, on the next play, he gets those 2 feet back. And probably a couple of more. It'll have 4 feet. Certainly. Brother, is he in trouble? What do you mean? Have you tried to buy shoes lately? No. There's a game going on. Look. Time has just been called. The players are refreshing themselves from the water bucket. What's so funny? The tackle just stumbled and kicked the bucket. How can you stand there laughing when these poor fellows are out there dying like flies? Let's get on with the game. They're calling timeout again. Looks like trouble. Uh-oh. What's the matter now? One of the fellows just sprained his little finger, and his teammates are worried. This is serious. This is serious? So far, 3 guys have been slaughtered and nobody says a word. All of a sudden, some sissy sprains his little finger. Everybody's running for the doctor. Wait a minute. The opposing team left the ball unguarded, and the end runs out and falls on the ball. Now the referee is running out. He's jumping up and down, waving his arms. That means the ball is dead. That did it, Abbott. I didn't say nothing when you said that the guy fired that gun and the poor fullback kicked off. I held back my tears when the quarterback stabbed a hole into the left guard. I only sniffled a little when the halfback lost his 2 feet, and I tried to be brave when that tackle kicked the bucket. But when you stand there and tell me that the poor little ball is dead, you have not only blackened the fair name of football, but you have cast aspersions on the clean American sport of parcheesi, croquet, dominoes, not to mention skip the rope. There'll be more hijinks in a minute, folks, but first, a few remarks on another subject.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we pause in the midst of this gay hilarity to bring you word of the late, the scientific, the interesting, and instructive aspect of what learned men of many leading institutions have called the internal combustion motor and you. Step in closer, please. Give those in the rear a chance to hear. Now, you, sir, is your tank low? Not you, Lou, the man in the purple coupe. Very well, sir. I have here an object that is 5,280 feet long. It's called a mile. You will find 2 to 6 of these miles. Extra ones, you understand, in each and every gallon of PDQ gasoline you buy. In the untutored mind, it is a feat of most uncommon magic that so many, many long and happy miles of motoring can be put into the small space of a single tank full of PDQ. But, get the windshield too, Lou. Scientific tests have shown time and again that the miracle men of PDQ have harnessed the energy of petroleum to give you more for your dollar. Don't take my word for it. Don't strain, feel, sniff, taste, or listen for those extra PDQ miles. Just put a tank full in your car and watch. Observe closely and you shall see the extra PDQ mileage on your own speedometer. Not an advertising stunt, not a special offer, but a bona fide transaction between you and the independent PDQ dealer. PDQ gas is sold during the performance and afterwards at your neighborhood PDQ station. Kindly remain in your seats now for the Abbot and Costello show.
And now, here is vivacious Susan Miller with Matty Malnick and the orchestra.
Said, don't get yourself in a sweat. When things look gray, just shrug and say, it must have been from my ex. So if your temper's getting a top hand, all you gotta do is just stop and pass that piece. I'd bury that hat, you'd like the Choctaw Chickasaw, Chattahoochee, Chippewas do. If you're feeling mad as a wet hen, mad as you can possibly get, then pass that piece. I'd bury that tomahawk like those Cherokees, Cherokees, the Chapultepec. Don't be cranky, try to use a little restraint. Fold that hanky and wipe off all of that war paint. And if you find yourself in a fury, be your own judge and your own jury. Pass that piece, like bury that hat, you like the Choctaw, Chickasaw, Chattahoochee, Chippewas do. Write that apology and dispatch it. When you quarrel, it's grand to patch it. Pass that piece, like bury that hat, you like the Choctaw, Chickasaw, Chattahoochee, Chippewas, and those Cherokees, Cherokees, Chapultepec, and those Chattahoochee, Chepaches, and Chickapees, Choctaw, Chungo, Chattanooga, Chickaros.
With old acquaintance be forgot, and friends you hold so dear. When you hear the bells at 12 o'clock, the good humor man is here. Oh, chocolate vanilla.
All right, cut it out, Costello.
Oh.
Listen, when you cut it out, it's not 12 o'clock
Come
yet.
on in.
It's not 12 o'clock yet.
Do.
Look, now, I want you to start the new year. I want you to start... Will you listen to me, please? I want you to start the new year with a resolution.
Huh?
I want you to start the new year with a resolution.
Why? Why should I start a resolution? I'm satisfied with the government we got now?
No. I mean, don't you want to start the new year with a clean sheet?
Yes, and clean pillowcases, too.
Costello, I'm telling you about good resolutions. Things you are going to do next year.
Oh, them kind of resolutions?
Yeah.
I made a whole list of them. I wrote them down on a piece of paper. First, I will not misplace anything.
What's next?
I don't know. I can't find the paper.
Can't you remember any more of them?
Oh, yes. I promised to give up gambling. I'll never make another bet.
You'll never stick to that.
How much you want to bet? And here's my list, Abbott. Resolution number 1, stop spending my money on girls. Number 2, stop flirting with girls. Number 3, stop necking with girls.
Good. What's number 4?
Ignore numbers 1, 2, and 3.
You have nothing on your mind but girls. Were you out with a girl last night?
No, I spent the evening at home. I lit a warm, cheery fire in my living room, but my landlord objected.
Why?
I don't have a fireplace.
Never mind that. What is that you have rolled up in your pocket there?
It's a beautiful calendar for next year. Mr. Schultz, my butcher, gave it to me, and look, it's got a picture of Mr. Schultz's grandfather on it.
You idiot, that's a picture of Father Time. See, he's got a long white beard, and he's got a sickle in his hand. So, you know what that sickle is for?
To cut his beard?
No. Whenever you see Father Time, you'll find the old man's sickle.
The old man's sickle?
Certainly.
Why don't they call a doctor?
Hello.
They shouldn't let an old man run around sickle. He's liable to catch the hoople couple. That could develop into streptococcal of the nickel.
He'll wind up in a hospital. No, didn't care much for that yuku. All right. The yuku? The sickle I'm talking about. I don't. Will you listen to me? The sickle I'm talking about. The sickle I'm talking about is the scythe. Huh? It's a scythe. What scythe? What scythe are you on? My scythe? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You just said that the old man was sickle on the scythe. If he's sickle on the right scythe, it could be very dangerous. He might have appendicitis. No, look. Look, Costello, Father Time in his sickle represents the old year. And this little baby's picture alongside of him on the calendar is the new year. Oh, Abbott, he's a cute little baby, but he certainly wears expensive clothes. Expensive clothes? Look at the price tag on his diaper. 1948. Wait. That's a 1948 calendar. And 1948 is a leap year. In California, every year is leap year. No, I can see you don't look at the dates on that calendar. I can see you don't look at the pedestrians on Hollywood and Vine. Leap year is different from other years. Well, what makes it different? Well, it's the year when girls pursue the men. It's the year the girls chase men. It's the year when the girls trick the men into marrying them. Any questions? Yes. What makes it different? Leap year comes once every 4 years. It's controlled by the stars. Have you ever studied the stars? Yes. Lots of nights I lay out in my backyard and look up at a big diaper. That's Big Dipper. You don't know the stars. That's Big Diaper. You don't know my backyard. All right, let's go back to the sickle. That was a good one. Never mind. How do you manage to accumulate such an abundance of ignorance? I keep in touch with my congressman. Oh. Tonight is New Year's Eve. Now, what are your plans? I'm taking Ruby Pool Cue to a party, and we're going to play that new game I invented, Pony Express. How do you play Pony Express? Just like post office, with a little more horsing around. You shouldn't run around with that Ruby Pool Cue. Well, why not, Bud? I took her to a party last night, and if it wasn't for Ruby, the party would have been a failure. Why? They couldn't find the bottle opener, and she was the only girl there with buck teeth. Costello, why do you go steady with such a homely girl as Ruby? Homely girls are the best kind to go steady with. How do you figure that out? Some guy takes her away from me, I don't lose nothing. Costello, Ruby Pool Cue is not for you. She's uneducated. Oh, she is not. Ruby went to college. She went to Notre Dame. Now, wait a minute. How could Ruby go to Notre Dame? That's a boys' school. Abbott, if you play football, they don't ask no questions. You won't make any mistakes in the new year. I'm going to get you a horoscope. A what? A horoscope. You know, horoscope. I don't know horoscope, but I know his brother Horace Height. Oh, come on, Costello. We're going to visit an astrologer and see what's in store for you for the coming year.
What is the presence of the great Madame Zaza?
That's a funny name. Quiet, Costello. Quiet. Madame Zaza, I brought Costello here to get his horoscope for 1948.
Very well. Now, Mr. Costello, tell me, what sign were you born under?
What sign was I born under?
That's right.
This kid thinks I was born under a billboard. No. Costello, she's talking about a zodiac sign.
Yes. What is your sign? Taurus the bull or Leo the lion?
Burma the she. Never mind that. Tell her what day you were born. Thursday. How do you know it was Thursday? Well, the next day we had fish.
Costello, in your case, I will have to predict your future by the bumps on your head.
But I ain't got no bumps on my head.
I will now predict your future by the bumps on your head. Costello, in 1948, you will be very lucky. You're a good businessman.
She's right, Abbott. Madame Zaza, I would have been a wealthy man today, except for one thing.
Well, what's that?
I never had any money. Please, finish reading the bumps on Costello's head.
That was the funny one. Sickle was the funny one.
Hold your head down. Go ahead, read those bumps, Madame Zaza.
This bump shows me that you will meet a gorgeous blonde. And this bump shows me that she will hug you and kiss you and hug you and kiss you, and then...
Tell me more.
Well, I can't. You don't have any more bumps.
Madam Zaza, hit me once more.
Quiet. Aha! Now I can see your character. You are a very shy and bashful boy.
Costello, shy and bashful? She's right, Abbott. I never told you this. I'm so bashful I keep the bureau in my room turned toward the wall. Why? So its drawers won't show. I would rather go back to Sickle.
All right, never mind this thing. Enough of this. Madam Zaza, what does Costello owe you for the reading?
$10. But if he pays me $20, I'll give him a lucky gypsy trinket.
Okay, here's the $20.
And here's your trinket.
Hey, this is nothing but a glass of water.
Well, go ahead and drink it.
Abbott, I think that Madame Zaza's nuts. Did you notice all the geraniums she had?
Well, that's nothing. Lots of people have geraniums.
Growing out of their heads?
Oh, come on, let's walk back to town. I suppose you're going to Ruby's party?
No, I'm going to stick with you, Abbott. We'll have a big New Year's Eve.
Now, that's fine.
Hey, Abbott, the people in that house are they having a doozy of a party? Come on, let's crash it. Come on, we can have a lot of fun.
Hello, boys. Come on in. Enjoy the fun. Hey, we're busting up the joint tonight. Whoopee!
Say, whose house is this?
I don't know. I just got here myself. Hey, come here. Help me throw this can out the window. Come on, let's live.
Okay, here she goes. Hey, Abbott, boy, is this fun. Come on, here. Throw this lamp out the window.
Whoopee! Hey, give me the lamp, Costello. Happy New Year!
Did you have a lamp like that at your house? Don't stop me, Abbott. I'm rolling. Here goes the sofa. Hey, Abbott, come on, let's rip the pictures off the wall. Hey, what do you know? Here's a picture of me. Me? Hey, Abbott! This is my house! Well,
Happy New Year, Abbott. Happy party.
The boys will be back in just a few seconds, folks, but first we want you to hear this.
Tonight, we bring you the only commercial you'll hear this New Year's Eve that is not flavored with Auld Lang Syne. This one is to be flavored with PDQ mileage-stretching gasoline. Now, we'll forgive you your past purchases of, other brands. No more for me, thank you. And we'll turn over a new leaf, a PDQ leaf. No, I'm doing fine, thank you. And beginning tomorrow, or maybe the day after, we expect you to drive into the neighborhood PDQ service station and fill her up. No, really, I'm quite happy. Fill her up with that superb power, that traditional extra mileage, that dependable service which have made PDQ gasoline and the independent service station men who sell it the favorites of so many motorists, these many years. And you want to know something else? This old world would be a better place if more people used PDQ gasoline. That's what. Okay, now, just one lump. Now, I think we're probably running a little late tonight, so you may or may not hear 1947's final thing of the Abbott and Costello show. Let's stick around and find out.
Here are Abbott and Costello with our final word.
Well, Costello, in a few hours, we'll be starting a new year, 1948. And I want you to save your money next year.
I will, Abbott. I'll start right now saving on stamps for New Year's cards. I'm sending my greetings right now. A happy New Year to everybody, including my family, your family, Joe Bozzo, Mary Bozzo, Uncle Artie Stebbins, Aunt May and Uncle Mike, my mother, my
Happy New Year, everybody.
in the world. Happy New Year to everybody all over the world.
Tonight at this time for another great Abbott and Costello show, produced and transcribed in Hollywood by Charles Vanden, featuring Susan Miller and Matty Malnick's orchestra. This is Michael Roy saying goodbye until the same time next Wednesday. This is ABC, the American Broadcasting Company. Broadcasting Company. Broadcasting Company. Broadcasting Company.
Hey, Abbott,
what time is it?
It's time for the Abbott and Costello Show. We're on the air for ABC here in Hollywood.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go with the Abbott and Costello Show.
Yes, it's the Abbott and Costello Show, produced and transcribed in Hollywood for your listening and laughing pleasure. Chuckles with a carload and music by Matty Malnick. So hold on to your chairs, folks, for here they are, Bud Abbott and Lou Costello.
All right. What's up? What's up tonight?
I beg your pardon?
I say, what's up tonight?
Well, I'm going to tell you. I took my Aunt Meg to the football game at the Coliseum this afternoon.
Yes.
At the end of the first quarter, a drunk came in and yelled, "Whose game?" Aunt May jumped up and says, "I am."
Your Aunt May doesn't know much about football, does she?
Oh, she thinks the rooting section is the front end of a pig.
She does?
She does. Hey, Abbott.
What?
Which end is?
You don't know much about football yourself, do you?
Oh, are you kidding? You should have seen me in college, Abbott. I was a triple threat man. I could run, kick, and pass. Boy, I could really throw it in those days.
You're not doing so bad tonight, either.
One time I made 30 touchdowns in the last 10 seconds of the game.
Wait a minute. How could you make 30 touchdowns in 10 seconds?
I had to. My mother had a bet on the game. You know, the quarterback would drop back, and then the left guard tackle and left end would open up a hole, and a hole big enough you could drive a truck through.
And what did you do?
I drove the truck. Once I caught a kickoff and started down the field, there were only 21 men between me and the goalpost.
21 men?
Yes, even my teammates hated me.
That's enough, Costello. I don't think you know the first thing about football. Tell me, what is an unbalanced line?
An unbalanced line?
Yes.
Sidney Greenstreet's belt.
Furthermore, I don't think you were even at a football game this afternoon.
Oh, yes, I was. During the halftime, a section of the bleachers where all the co-eds were sitting collapsed, and I dashed over.
Did you render first aid?
Yes, sir. I picked up a cute little blonde and started carrying her out when a fellow says, "Here, give her to me." And I said, "Nothing doing, brother. There's plenty more back there. Go get your own."
Oh, get him out of here.
Well, there's a sample of the high-grade nonsense you'll be hearing for the next half hour. But before we get back to it, listen to this.
Look, Costello.
Wait a minute. That's a beautiful suit you're wearing tonight.
I like it myself.
You look like a Rhapsody in brown.
All right, never mind that. Look, where have you been all day, Lou?
Huh?
Where have you been all day?
Well, I'll tell you, I was helping my Aunt May. She refurnished the whole house for Thanksgiving.
What kind of furniture did she get?
Chairs, tables, and beds.
No. I mean, what period is the furniture? Louis XIV, colonial, or late French provincial?
It's early Army surplus.
What?
Don't hop on
Does Uncle Mike like the furniture?
Yes, especially the four-poster bed. Last night he kicked her right over the end of the four-poster bed.
Why in the world did he do a thing like that?
He dreamed he was playing for Notre Dame and his team needed the extra point.
Your Uncle Mike is just like you. You're both dopes.
Yeah, my Uncle Mike is no dope, Abbott. He happens to be a very clever inventor. He just invented a new kind of motorcycle, and it's so fast. Get this. This motorcycle is so fast that you can get on it in Los Angeles at midnight and be in Cucamonga at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Is that so?
Yeah, but there's only one thing wrong with it.
What's that?
Who wants to be in Cucamonga at 2 o'clock in the morning?
Well, that just proves what I've always said. Your Uncle Mike is a shiftless loafer. He gambles away every cent that he gets.
Oh, no, he reformed, Abbott. He's never going to shoot dice or play cards again.
He said that before.
I know, but this time a judge said it.
Does Uncle Mike still drink as much as ever, Lou?
Nah, now he quits when he's had enough.
How can he tell when he's had enough?
Well, he sits across the table from Aunt May, and he sits there with a big bottle and he starts drinking. The minute Aunt May starts looking good to him, he knows he's had enough.
Hey, Lou, does your Uncle Mike and Aunt May fight as much as they used to?
No, but they had an argument yesterday. She clouded him in the puss and then kicked him in the stomach.
Kicked him in the stomach?
Yeah, but that was his fault. He turned around.
Does your Uncle Mike still work for the orange growers, Lou?
Oh, yes. A very important man in the orange business, Abbott. He's the only guy that can tell a California orange from a Florida orange.
How does he do it?
Well, he cuts an orange in half, holds it over a map of the United States, and squeezes it. If it's a California orange, it squirts all over Florida.
Look, Lou.
Yes.
Did you have a good Thanksgiving dinner?
Well, I'll tell you as soon as I get to it. Yes, I did. I found it. Yes. But we didn't have any turkey.
You didn't have a turkey? Why not?
By the time I got to the butcher's, all the finance companies were closed.
You mean to tell me that the price of turkeys is that high?
The price is high.
Yeah.
There was one woman in a butcher shop that didn't buy anything, and that weighed 2 pounds.
Look, never mind that. Did you buy a turkey?
I handed the butcher $2 and says, "What kind of turkey can I buy for that?" And he handed me an egg.
An egg?
Yeah.
An egg?
Hey, he said, "Go sit on that and hatch out your own turkey." What do you think I got? I got a duck.
A duck? Well, you please talk sense. Well, where did you eat your Thanksgiving dinner?
Over at the YWCA.
The YWCA? Why, men aren't allowed in there.
I know, but I love to go there. It takes so many of them to throw you out.
You wanted to have Thanksgiving dinner with a girl. Why didn't you make a date with my wife? My wife's twin sister, Ella.
Abbott, when I sit down at the table for Thanksgiving, I want to see a turkey, not an old crow.
Ella's a lovely girl. Now, if you want to make a hit with her, why don't you buy her a box of candy? You know, she has a sweet tooth.
I know, I've seen it. Too bad she hasn't got some more to go with it.
Gentlemen, I've got a few turkeys left over from the Thanksgiving rush. Would you like to buy one?
What kind of turkeys have you got?
I've got Texas turkeys and Vermont turkeys.
How do you tell them what?
The Vermont turkeys are still wearing Hoover buttons.
I don't think we'd be interested. Turkeys are too high this year.
Well, then, how about buying a raffle ticket on a great big turkey for $25?
I'll take 2 of them. Here's a $50.
Thanks. Here's your tickets for the biggest turkey in town.
Wait, just a minute. Whoa. These aren't tickets for a turkey. These tickets are for the Abbott and Costello radio show.
Do you know of a bigger turkey?
Dirty trick. He can't get away with that, Abbott. I'll break every bone in his body. Where did he go?
Right through that door.
He did, huh?
Yeah.
Open up that door.
Well, the door is open. What are you going to do about it? What do you want?
I just wanted to say goodbye.
Costello, it's a shame. Thanksgiving Day is nearly over, and you didn't even get a turkey.
Someday I'll be rich. Someday I'll have plenty of money. And when I do, I'll get a seat on the Chicago stockyard.
Yeah. You mean stock exchange?
I mean stockyard. When all that meat comes in, I want to be there.
Costello, I'm afraid you'll never have any money. You don't know the value of $1.
How can I? Every time I learn the value of $1, some guy in Washington changes it.
Well, happy Thanksgiving, boys.
Look, Costello, it's our secretary, Viola Vaughn.
Viola, you look beautiful. How about you and me stepping out after the show?
Oh, tonight? Gee, I'll be tied up at home tonight.
Good. Maybe you'll be more fun that way. I'll come over and untie you.
Viola, you must be very busy. Every time Costello asks you for a date, you're busy.
Well, I am busy. Mondays I go to gym class. Tuesdays I play golf. Wednesdays I go horseback riding. And when I have nothing on, I go swimming.
You couldn't pick a better time for it.
On second thought, this is Thanksgiving, and I'm kind of hungry for a date.
Then why not go out with me?
Abbott, she says she's hungry. She's not starving.
Now, suppose I did invite you over to my house tonight, Costello. What would you do?
Oh, well, we'd play games. We'd play like hide and seek, maybe post office.
Oh, that's a kid's game.
Not the way I play it.
All right, now, wait a minute.
Well, how do you play hide and seek?
Well, first you count up to 10, then run and hide in the closet. And then I count up to 10 and run and hide in the closet. It's a lot of fun.
Well, wait a minute. Where does the fun come in?
We both run to the same closet.
Nah, Costello, I don't think I'll invite you over. You're too fickle.
What do you mean?
Well, last week after the rehearsal, you were taking a nap, and I sneaked in, and you were dreaming and saying, "No, Rita, I won't kiss you. No, no, no."
So what?
My name is not Rita.
What are you kicking about? I said no, didn't I?
Viola was right. You are fickle. You're always flirting with girls. Last night I saw you driving down Hollywood Boulevard and you winked at a girl.
I only winked because something got in my eye.
And she got in your car, too.
Well, I'm surprised at you two arguing over girls.
You're right, Viola. Yeah. They aren't worth it. Women are responsible for a lot of stupid things.
Shame on you, Abbott, bringing your mother into this conversation.
You idiot. Why don't you find yourself a girl and get married?
Viola, you're the kind of a girl I'd love to be married to.
Oh, why do you want to marry me? Being married to you would be wonderful. We could have 10 children. 10 children?
Yes, and if we like them the second year, we could have 10 more.
Viola would be silly to marry you. All you do is chase girls.
Mr. Abbott is right, Costello. I understand that you've kissed every blonde in Hollywood.
I have not.
Well, all right. Name one blonde in Hollywood you haven't kissed.
I'll name 2. Alan Ladd and Van Johnson.
You idiot. Alan Ladd and Van Johnson wouldn't kiss you.
They wouldn't?
No, they wouldn't.
Okay, I'll scratch their names out of my book.
See, Viola, I was right. Costello's not the guy for you. He has no brains, he has no looks, and he has no money.
I'm beginning to think you're right.
Just a minute. Now listen here, Abbott. If you don't stop crabbing me with girls, I'm going to hide your corkscrew.
No!
The plot thickens. Before it gets too thick, let's interrupt it for another reminder on a serious subject.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, here's our new singer, Hal Winters. Let's give Hal a nice big hand.
Nice big hand for Hal Winters.
Thanks a million thanks to you for everything that love could bring you brought me. Each tender love word you happen to say is hidden away in memory's bouquet. Thanks a million, for I remember too the tenderness that your caresses taught me. You made a million dreams come true, and so I'm saying thanks a million to you. For I remember too the tenderness that your caresses taught me. You made a million dreams come true, and so I'm saying thanks a million to you.
Costello, come over here. What are you doing out there in the hall?
Hey, Abbott, the employees of the network just raffled off a turkey, and my number was 1189643265592.
And?
And the fella standing right next to me, he had number 1189643265591. So he said to me, I'll trade you my number 1189643265591
Yes.
for your number 11896436592.
So?
So I traded him my number 1189643265591 for his number 1139643265592.
Well, who won the turkey?
One of the vice presidents with ticket number 3. But I don't care, Abbott. I don't like turkeys anyway. If all the turkeys in the world were laid end to end, that's the part I would get.
Well, you know, Lou, my wife is crazy about turkey. Today, when she sat down at the table, she had a turkey neck.
Why don't you wear a muffler? Nobody would notice it.
Nonsense. What's that roll of paper under your arm?
That's a Thanksgiving play we're going to do for the people tonight, and I wrote it myself.
Well, what's the name of your play?
I call it The Brave Little Band of Pilgrims Who Landed on Honest John's Rock.
Yeah, dummy, that's Plymouth Rock.
How do you like that? Even in those days, Honest John was the only one that could get a Plymouth.
Never mind that. Let's get along with the play.
And now, for our hero Lou Costello's play, we take you back to the year 1620, where we find a brave little band of adventurers aboard the good ship Mayflower. The brave captain has eaten nothing but fish for 90 days. But that doesn't faze him. Let's listen to this fish phase.
First mate John Alden Costello, where are you?
Here I am, Captain Miles Standish Abbott.
We've had some pretty tough weather. How's the ship holding up?
I have a report on the mizzenmast.
What about the mizzenmast?
It's been missing for 3 days.
Look out! There's a note stuck to that dagger. Aha! There's mutiny among the men. Read this note, First Mate John Alden Costello.
The first mate is a dirty landlubber, and he should drop dead.
Which one of you swabs wrote this?
I did, sir. Give that man 20 lashes and a box of Snickers.
I know what we'll do. We'll put the whole crew on bread and water.
Why pamper him? Let him eat the regular food. Captain Miles Standish Abbott, me thinks you made a mistake.
When we left England, I think you forgot to untie the boat from the dock.
What makes you say that?
Just look behind us. We're in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, and people are still waving goodbye to us.
Look, John Alden Costello, there's land ahead. We should be proud. The Mayflower has broken all records for the Atlantic crossing.
Yes, we beat the Queen Elizabeth by 326 years.
Thank Columbus for showing us the way. He marked the route.
That's funny. I didn't see a Burma shave sign all the way across.
John Alden Costello, watch where you're steering the boat.
Don't worry, Captain Miles Standish, Abbot. I know every reef along this coast. There's one now.
You idiot. That's the shore. Quick, drop the anchor.
Aye, aye, sir. Here she goes.
John Alden Costello, what are you doing down there in the water?
What are you asking me for? Why don't you ask the sound man? He just got soaked.
What are you doing down there in the water?
I forgot to let go of the anchor.
So the little boat Mayflower made the crossing. The shore was deserted. No Indians came down to greet them. It was 7 o'clock on a Sunday night. All the Indians were home in their wigwams. Listen. They're all trying to guess the mystery tune on Stop the Tom Tom. First mate John Alden Costello drops the gangplank, and down the runway comes the beautiful Priscilla.
John Alden Costello, honey bun, just think of it. You and I are the first people to set foot on this new land. This virgin territory belongs to no one.
Priscilla, my love, are you sure this land belongs to no one? Look what it says on that rock.
What?
Los Angeles city limits.
John Alden Costello, our people are starving. We must go into the woods and get food for our little band of pilgrims.
Look over there, Abbot. There's a field of corn.
That's Indian corn. That's maize.
Do you think May would mind if we take a little?
What are you talking about?
You just said the corn belonged to May.
I did not. I said the corn was maize.
Then it's May's corn.
That's right.
What's wrong with finding May and asking for some of her corn?
I didn't say the corn belonged to me. I merely said the corn was maize.
How do you like that? Here it is, the year 1620, and this guy is starting a routine.
Stella, maize is Indian corn. The Indians grind their own corn.
Those Indians are smart. We pay riders to grind ours.
Uh-oh. Here comes an Indian. I'll be friendly and say hello to him.
How do you say hello to an Indian?
How?
I asked you first.
I just told you.
Told me what?
How?
If I knew how, I wouldn't be asking you.
What did you ask me?
How?
Now you've got it.
Got it. Now I'm really mixed up.
Stella, they may be after our scalps. Look, there's a note tied on that arrow.
I'll read it. Men, are you slowly losing your hair? See Chief Tomahawk and lose it all at once.
Costello, here comes an Indian, and he has his hand raised. Say something to him.
Chief, you can go now.
Me Scout. Me Chief Cheap Underwear.
Why do they call you Chief Cheap Underwear?
Me creep up on you. Step on my side and make way for Big Chief.
That must have been a super chief.
Watch 'em language, paleface. Meet 'em Big Chief Running Water.
He looks like a big drip.
Chief, meet my friend John Alden Costello.
Are you gay? Are you gay?
Abbott, we gotta get better actors. You dummy, you're reading that wrong. That's Oak.
Listen, Tubby, I've got as much right to play an Indian as you have to play John Alden.
Oh, yeah? I'll have you know that my great-grandfather goes back to Martha Washington.
He does?
Yes, of course, he only goes back there when George isn't home.
Oh, who cares about that? I've got troubles of my own. Why, only this morning I was sending up some smoke signals to my sweetheart, Pocahontas.
And what happened?
Her father came along and put out my fire. Well, I've got to go now, and as we say in Indian, you fa da umstead amahawk to you.
And your father's busted tomahawk to you, too.
John Alden Costello, I haven't the courage to propose to the fair Priscilla. You, as my best friend, must do it for me.
You mean you want me to make love to the fair Priscilla for you?
Yes.
He doesn't know me very well, does he, folks?
Go into Priscilla's cabin, John Alden Costello. Propose to her. Propose to her for me. Tell her I'm a soldier. And if she refuses me, I'll go back to the bottle.
You mean you'll go back to the battle?
You go back to what you like, and I'll go back to what I like. Now go ahead, Ed.
Ah, John Alden Costello, my little bouncing Boston baked bean.
Ah, Priscilla, my little tomato. Smother me with the ketchup of your kisses. When I'm close to you like this, something cold seems to spread all over me.
It does.
Yes, you dropped your popsicle down the back of my neck.
Pray tell me, why have you come here?
To propose to you for my dear friend, Miles Standish Abbott, the poor broken-down guy. He couldn't come himself. He's all shot. He's practically falling apart. He can't even read a straight line anymore. And he's got plenty of company, too. Priscilla, my love. I'm not used to straight lines either. Priscilla, my love. You couldn't go for him, could you?
Are you proposing for him?
Sure.
It must be wonderful to have a true, devoted friend like you.
If Miles Standish Abbott had another friend like me, he wouldn't need any enemies.
Oh, why don't you speak for yourself, John Alden Costello, honey?
I'd love to marry you, Priscilla, but I can't. I'm already married.
Wait a minute, Costello. We're doing a story from history. And the history books say that John Alden was a bachelor.
That was before the historians found out about John's other wife.
Oh, let me out of
it. Don't go away, folks. Our madmen aren't through with you yet. Right now, they want you to hear this.
Costello, by doing our Thanksgiving play, we didn't get a chance to do our Sam Shovel detective mysteries tonight.
That's right, Abbott, but Sam Shovel will be back next Thursday night.
Well, what is your Sam Shovel story for next week?
Well, it's one of my liveliest cases. I call it the case of the chorus girls who went swimming in their underwear or down to the sea in slips.
Well, that's about all for tonight, Costello.
All except telling the folks about our swell gang that helps put this show together. Our writing staff is headed by Eddie Foreman with Paul Conlon, Pat Costello, Martin Ragaway, and Leonard Stern.
And let's not forget our capable producer, Charles Vander.
And let's not forget to say good night.
Good night, folks.
Good night to everybody in Patterson. Good night.
Listen each Thursday night at this time for another great Abbott and Costello show, produced and transcribed in Hollywood. Be sure to stay tuned for the outstanding entertainment which follows throughout the evening on this ABC station.
Show. Transcribed direct from the Veterans Administration Hospital at Long Beach, California. With Les Brown and his band of renown. Our special guest, Bing Crosby. And here he is, Bob Hope.
On Christmas Day for these boys in the Veterans Hospital. As I look out amongst you, I can see the Christmas spirit everywhere. Red robes and green faces. And I said to Dr. Edwards, I'm looking forward to a great show today. Last time I was here, I found out how to make these guys laugh. He said, I know, Hope, but now we keep that stuff locked up. I thought this was a hospital, but I never saw such a healthy bunch of guys. In this place, you're not considered ambulatory till you pass the nurse you're chasing. And I noticed the modern trend in veterans hospitals. Now, new hospital beds have gadgets to do everything. One fellow pushed all the buttons at once to see what would happen. He's now drawing flight pay. He'll be in for a landing any day now. And you should see the way these guys speed around the corridors in their wheelchairs. I asked one patient how much longer he expected to be confined. He said, I've been cured for a month. Now all I got to do is serve out the last 90 days of my traffic sentence. And one patient even had the Christmas spirit while he was being bandaged. He turned to the doctor and said, before you wrap it, I'd like to put a card in. And I watched one of the nurses decorating their Christmas tree in one of the wards. What a beautiful sight. And the limbs on the tree weren't bad either. One soldier took a look at the star on the top of the tree and he said, egad, as a brigadier general running this show, too. I think it was General Estabrook, I'm not sure. You can't blame Santa Claus for not wanting to show up at this hospital. Last year, when he stepped out of the fireplace in his red suit, 3 nurses and a doctor grabbed him, gave him a shot, threw him in bed, and screamed, we don't care if you do have a beard, you'll be discharged when we're good and ready. I played Santa Claus for my kids, and it was great. I had a real Santa Claus suit and came down a real chimney. It was exciting. They had a real fire. They had to beat me out with my own beard. But it's been a great day here at the Long Beach Veterans Hospital. I had dinner here, and can these patients eat? The chaplain said, say grace, and between saying grace, they were ready for dessert. They served 6 courses with 10-minute intermissions to carry out the wounded. Boy, they really went after the food. I said, how's the stuffing? And the guy stuck his head out of the turkey's mouth and said, fine. One guy at the table looked really beat. I said, you look like something the cat dragged in. He said, yeah, but he won't drag me out again. I ate him.
Oh, Bob, can I introduce our guest now?
Not yet, High. Grandpa Crosby can't come dashing out on the stage like he used to, you know. It takes a little preparation. They've got him backstage hanging upside down by his heels.
Well, it's silly, Bob. Why should Bing be hanging by his heels?
Well, he has to stay in that position till his chest slides back where it used to be. Then they rivet him into a pair of tight leather shorts so when they turn him right side up, there won't be an avalanche. But I got a right to be sore. Wait till I tell you what happened. It was yesterday afternoon. I was in a department store to buy a gift for Bing. Well, there's Santa Claus standing in the middle of the aisle. I'll go over and say hello to him. Well, jolly old Santa. Well, tonight's Christmas Eve, Santa. Are you going to get into your sleigh and sail over the housetops?
No, boy, I'm going to the rendezvous and fly around the chandelier. Merry Christmas, everybody. Put something in the pot, boy.
Oh, it's you, huh? Still working this racket, eh?
Oh, don't call this a racket, boy. Every cent I take in is for a noble organization. You've heard of the SPCA?
Oh, yes, the Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals?
Yeah, well, this is for the HGBLF, the Homeless Cooney Birds of Lower Frangipani.
Frangipani? Where's that?
I've never been able to find out. I hope I locate it. I'd hate to be stuck with all this money. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Now, wait a minute.
Anyway, boy, I'm not a crook. I'm really one of the store detectives. I watch the customers to see they don't steal anything.
Oh, you're a store detective?
That's right.
That's like making King Farouk house mother at Vassar.
Now, boy, I only dipped in for a few dollars to give to my poor old mother. The little old lady's sight's failing, and she needs a pair of eyeglasses desperately for her work.
Oh, I'm sorry. What is her work?
She forges unemployment checks.
Oh, pardon me. Here comes a guy I don't want to meet. What'll I do?
Just crouch down behind the counter there till he goes by. That's it there. Now he won't see you. Merry Christmas, everybody. Hello, mister. Say, aren't you Bing Crosby?
Well, that's close enough. I see you're accepting contributions, Santa. I'd like to add mine to the pot. Here. Some contribution a can of Minute Maid. Perhaps you can help me, Santa. I don't know the store very well around here, and I'm looking for a present for a friend of mine, Bob Hope.
Well, you know him better than I do. Why don't you buy him whenever he needs the most?
Well, now, that's an idea. Yeah. Where can I get a large package of talent? Look who's talking. If he's in my next road picture, he'd be pushing a broom in a cart. I've got to get something for Yogurt Boy. I was going to buy him... I really thought I'd buy him some shorts, but they don't have a size big enough for him. The only size they had were large, very large, and across the wide Missouri. You've noticed this lad is requiring quite a bit of real estate toward the rear. No. He's the low, rambling ranch type himself. I'd hate to try to back him into a two-car garage on a foggy night. He had the knife out and couldn't open the blade. I'd like to open one on you, but where'd you get that little ad lib on, man? I can feel it right between my...
It shouldn't be hard to think of a present for your friend. Think of it the other way around. What's the one thing you'd like to receive from Bob Hope?
A postcard from a concentration camp in Siberia. Now listen, I heard everything you said. I was hiding right behind the counter. Well, look who's here. Paramount's bad guest. I just found out your true character, you lopsided lon. Oh, no, here. Ease off your clever hips. I punch you right. I don't see that. Just a minute. I punch you right on that nose of yours, but I never start anything that's already finished. Look, avocado top. Yeah, if that head was any smaller, you could use a plumber's friend for an umbrella. You're my plumber's friend. Just put your hat on. That's all you need. Plumber. Oh, that's champion. Hey, Junior, I don't understand. I think that's the critic from the Long Beach Press Telegram. I don't understand all this indignation, Junior. What do you expect me to give you for Christmas? Miss America wrapped in cellophane or something? Stop bragging. You couldn't get within a mile of Miss America with Errol Flynn on a leash. Hey, look, Montrose, I'm going to settle this question once and for all, Murgatroyd. Come here. Thank you, Montrose. Claude, I shall demonstrate to all concerned just who is the biker and who has the generous heart in this team. Now, for your Christmas gift from me, I want you to pick out anything in the place. Very generous ad libbing. No, I mean it. I mean it. Young lady?
Yes.
I'll take that. No. No. You worked on anything. Well, I mean that $300 set of silver over there. Just wrap it up as my present to Mr. Holt. To me? Mm-hmm. Well, I'll stop that.
How?
As my present to him, lady, wrap up a $500 set of silverware.
I'll raise my gift to you to $750.
Well, I'll raise mine to you to $1,000. And here's my check to pay for it. 1,000 even.
Thank you, sir.
Now, get up your loot, Bing.
Oh, Mr. Crosby doesn't have to pay.
Of course not. Wait. Wait. What goes on here?
I'm the shill of the silverware department, lad.
You're the shill?
Yes. Gary owns the store.
Gentlemen, there are many wonderful Christmas stories, such as those written by Dickens and Hans Christian Andersen. But tonight we're going to present a story of Christmas that has never before been told. It's the tale of Bingsy and Bobsy, who, whether you can imagine it or not, were once young. Let us go back through the years. At the home of the Hopes in Cleveland, there is a tiny new arrival.
Look at him, Dad, laying on his little blanket. Isn't he just what you wanted for Christmas?
No.
To tell the truth, Ma, what I really wanted was a pinball game.
Oh, now that's silly. A pinball game doesn't grow up and stay with you through the years.
Maybe not, but at least it had all its marbles.
Remember, Pa, before the baby came, you went out and bet $50 it would be a boy, and I bet $50 it would be a girl.
Yeah. That's $100 we'll never see again.
Look, just...
What does that mean? Wait.
Look at his little face smiling up at us.
Goo.
Say something, Sonny.
Goo.
Again, Sonny.
Goo.
Isn't it cute? Sonny, tell me, what would you like for Christmas?
The new lines I'm laying an egg with is goo. Yes, sir, we hoped for a wonderful family. Mama was a fine woman till the desire for riches got the best of her, and she turned used car dealer. She had an idea that would have made a fortune if they hadn't caught her at it. She was soldering pennies on the front of Fords and selling them for Lincolns. Automobiles, that was all my folks ever thought of. As a baby, I never had any talcum powder. They jacked me up twice a week and Simonized me. The first Christmas I really remember was when I was 7 years old. A new family moved in next door, and I went over to make friends with a little boy. Hi there. Hi. What's your name? Harold Lillis Crosby. Well, brush your hair back out of your eyes so I can see it. You can tell this is a fantasy, huh? Oh, fantasy. Santa's coming tonight. What do you want for Christmas?
I can't have anything. We're very poor.
Are you really poor?
Yeah, we don't have anything except what my brother Larry brings in on Saturday night.
What's that?
My brother Everett. What do you want to be when you grow up?
Well, most kids want to be an engineer in a big train and go lickety-split.
An engineer on a big train and go lickety-split?
Yeah, but that's stupid. I want to be a singer. Listen.
That old black magic's got minutes, well. That old black magic that I know so well. Ba-ba-ba-boo, ba-boo, ba-ba-ba-boo, ba-boo.
What do you want to be when you grow up?
Engineer and go lickety-split and run over you?
Poor little fella. I couldn't forget the pitiful figure he made, standing there, his face pinched with cold, his cheeks blue, and big holes in his money belt. All little Bing wanted for Christmas was a pair of skis. I knew he wouldn't get them, so I started to whittle him a pair. But the Crosbys moved away. I didn't see Bing for years. Then one day he walked into my backyard and said, "Hi. Where you been?"
Well, we moved to Spokane, where I finished grammar school, high school, then I enrolled in Gonzaga University, from which I graduated with high honors. From there, I went to the Sorbonne in Paris, where I studied for her, and I acquired my master's degree in music. What have you been doing?
I finished your skis.
This is double dandy. I don't ski, but they'll keep me from falling down open manholes, I guess. Say, who's this cute bit of fluff coming through the gate? Hey.
Yoo-hoo, Bobsy.
Oh, she's my fiance. She's so crazy about me, she thinks I'm the only guy in the world.
Hello, Bobsy. I just thought I'd come over. Well, who's this? Over the river, Charlie.
Skip the gutter. Fluffy up your feathers, will you? I'm a chicken inspector.
We really go back.
Oh, 23 Skidoo.
I'm Kid Pepper. You can't shake me. Squeeze me, kid. Squeeze me, kid. I'm a lemon.
The ushers will now pass among you with Tums.
You're quite a dish, honey. I'm in a generous mood today. You may kiss me if you like.
Oh, thank you. Oh, come on, honey. Let's go where we can be alone.
I decided I couldn't let him get away with that, so I yelled, "Hey, come back here, you!"
Yeah, what do you want?
You forgot your skis. I didn't see Bing for several years, but he told me he never made any money till the Carnation Company hired him. Crosby's voice made the cows contented. When he sang, they turned to each other and say, "Thank goodness, Matilda, that didn't come out of me."
Please, you're speaking of the tonsils I love. I'll take over from here, Robin. To make a name for myself, I went to New York, where I did rather well. I got quite a jolt one day on Broadway when a shabby derelict shuffled up to me and said,
"Hey, mister, you got $1 for a cup of coffee?" If I'm a bum in this thing, I may as well be a high-class one.
Get away from me, you panhandler. You ought to be ashamed. Haven't you any higher ambition than this?
Yeah.
What is it?
I want to be an engineer in a big train and go lickety-split.
Why, Reuben!
Yeah, it's me. I'm in awful shape. Can you help me?
I'm sorry, but I've worked hard in New York for what I've attained. Had you applied yourself as I did, you might have achieved a place for yourself on Broadway as I am. Now, on your way. Go along. I'm busy.
Okay.
Hey, do I get your morning paper? Hold on, head to the Times Express Bureau. I took pity on Bob, and I added him to my vaudeville act when my seal died. The skin fitted him perfectly, and I soon taught him to sit up and clap his slippers. Oh, what an act it was. By the light,
By the ever-loving light
of the silvery moon.
It rhymes with June and croon and spoon and goon unless Brown Band is out of tune. Say, Joe.
Yeah, Mo?
Did you hear what the fella said when he buried the light bulb under the ice house?
Now, what did the fellow say when he buried the light bulb under the ice house?
Mazda's in the cold, cold ground.
That night was Christmas Eve in the little theater we were playing in Kansas. Christmas Eve, a time of warmth and good fellowship, especially among homeless actors. As we sat in our dressing room after the performance, the door opened. The manager of the theater stuck his head in with a genial gleam in his eye. He smiled and said, "You no-talent jerks are fired."
Fired? For what?
That ain't enough of your act this bad, but ever since you've been here, we've been missing popcorn from the machine in the lobby. And all we understand your agent is living here in a dressing room with you. A pack of lies. We never stole anything out of the lobby.
And our agent's never been in this room.
Just pack up and get out.
Well, open the trunk.
Gee, thanks, fellas. It's hard to breathe through all that popcorn.
We all know what followed. The two boys made picture after picture for Paramount. And now, to crown their achievements, they are summoned to the office of Y. Frank Freeman, the president of Paramount Studios, who is about to appoint an executive director. May the best man win. Well, hello, boys.
Well, hello, Mr. Freeman. How are you, boy?
I won't keep you waiting because I know you're anxious to know my decision. Naturally, executive director is an important job. So we chose the man with the most talent.
Swell. Where's my desk? most charming and handsome.
A very clear description of me. Fade, Junior. Go ahead, beat it.
So I want you both to meet the man we selected.
Well, don't stand there. Empty the waste paper.
Oh, no!
Frankie, what are you doing at Long Beach? Well, the shrimp boat's landed, and I fought my way out of the net.
Silent night, holy night.
Come on, fellas.
All is calm, all is bright. Round yon virgin night. Holy infant of tenderest heart, sleep in heavenly peace. Sleep in
You and your folks had a wonderful day.
Right, we want to wish you all the season's best.
Merry Christmas.
And a Happy New Year.